Hello.
Hey there.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to show number 9, 5-Pin Universe, 5-Pin Pro League team event. We're back at after a. Ooh, I'm getting a little feedback here, guys. I gotta close this off here. There we go. Sorry, gentlemen. I had a little extra window going on at the same time, so apologies there. I was like, "What's going on?" There's two of us talking here.
Yeah. That's ringing in your ears.
Yeah, I did. Welcome. Here we are, number 9, little Christmas break, gents. Welcome back. Daryl Bradley here, hosts with Mark Johnstone and Greg Gigliot. Guys, thanks for joining us. Mark, how are we feeling? Welcome to the new year.
Oh, not too bad. Looking forward to today. It's been a while. I think it's been about a month, so looking forward to getting back at it, and also looking forward to seeing Okanagan Eclipse. Haven't played in a very long time, and get some of these other teams some more games and see how the standings shake up.
Yeah, you betcha. And Gigliak, thanks for joining us here today. You obviously commentated previously before. You've been following along for the last few weeks and sort of seeing how things are going, and now back into the mix for the commentator.
Yeah, no, the scores are pretty impressive. The play of all of the guys all the way along, and I mean, we're seeing some pretty good matches, and it should be good to see.
Yeah, I guess we can't really go too far, Mark, without talking about the BPG Bombers. The last time we had a match was week 8. A new record score started, set 1570, I think the number was. But a couple of big scores there. Mark, you were part of that team. That was a good way to finish off the Christmas holidays, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty. It was awesome. We just got off to a good start and just kept rolling. Yeah, 1570 was the total.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just really fun to be a part of. That was our first time playing one game as well, I believe. And yeah, we just got good warm up in. I think that's the key to playing one game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting here today. Obviously, got Okanagan Eclipse playing out of the Okanagan, go figure, and their time zone. So it's 8 a.m. here on the West Coast for them to be playing. So I imagine they were at the lane 7 o'clock. I mean, that's an early wake up call to come out and play, but that's the way it works here for 5PL. You gotta deal with the schedule and make it when you got to, right? So
yeah.
Let's bring in our managers here for the first match. So like we said, we've got the Okanagan Eclipse coming in, and we've got the Paradise Marvel, Curtis Kaplan, coming in. Both. And guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. Bailey, let's start with you. We just sort of said there, it's nice and early, 8 a.m. game time in Vernon. A little makeup crew fixing you up. How's the team feeling this morning? You guys haven't played for a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, but everyone's excited to play again, get back out there. With this whole COVID thing, there hasn't been a lot going on, so.
Yeah, and you guys have obviously missed, haven't played since week 2, so it's been a little bit seeing everybody other team get going, getting games in hand. It's tough to watch, but I mean, eager to get at it, and now people are ready to play. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Kaplan, how about you? Curtis Kaplan, manager, Paradise Marvel. A little bit of last-minute tweaking. I hear we've got an emergency spare in the mix, so tell us what's going on with your team, buddy. No, let's get you off mute, though. Now you're in.
Okay,
let's start that over again. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple people that are working, one out of town. And then, Mark came down with some COVID here, was it yesterday or, 2 days ago, something like that? So we had to find a emergency spare.
Yeah, so we were able to, league board of directors were able to look at the situation and be a little bit fluid given COVID happening. Luckily, it was only one player, so you don't have a sub today, but you were able to pull in one player.
Yeah.
Tell us about who that player is, because he's got quite the resume building this year.
Yeah, he's not doing too bad this year. I mean, he might have won a tournament at this center, a little Autumn Open champion. Not a bad fill-in for Mark.
Yeah, so we've got Kerry Snyder joining the team there. Mark, Greg, what do you guys think? I mean, obviously, big pickup there for them to bring in Kerry Snyder.
Absolutely. I think the hardest part is losing Melinda. I think that's going to have some impact, too. I mean, you've got one of your star players as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kerry's a good replacement for sure. like you said, Melinda is a dark horse. I think she's won all her points so far too. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I was just going to ask how the lineup's going to shake up, but I'm sure that's probably the next on the agenda.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were going to go with. So Curtis, give us your lineup.
Yeah, we got Mike Lecoussier leading us off, and then Robbie Wolfson, Tracy's in the 3-hole, followed by Kerry Snyder, and Bobby's cleaning us up.
Okay, and no sub, of course, on your
No
roster.
sub, yeah.
We hear even coach manager Curtis Kaplan didn't even bring his own gear, so
Yeah,
he's not
left
even
it
looking
all at home.
He's not even looking to come in himself. He's
Retired.
looks like
Retired.
more focused on the football today.
Re-retired, yep.
And
Big game coming
Bailey,
up.
Bailey, how about you guys looking for Okanagan Eclipse?
We're sticking with our same lineup we had in our first show. It was I'm leading, and then Chris Bradford's second, Kelsey's in 3-hole, followed by Alan, and then Mike is bringing us home.
And then sub, you have
Trevor.
Okay, sounds good. So obviously Okanagan Eclipse, we know Kelsey's the only female, so there's no substitute coming in for Kelsey. So she's in for the long haul, which is great. She's obviously performed last time, no problems there. But here we are, guys. A little bit interesting things going on in lineups. Back at her after Christmas. Let's have a good show.
All right, good luck, guys.
You're on it.
All right, good luck, Bailey.
Play well, everyone.
Line up there, and Greg, maybe we'll do you the other lineup for the Eclipse.
You want me to do Paradise?
Yep.
Okay, Paradise, Mark Miller and Melinda Miller, who are absent today. Tracy Smith, Brian Hurst is also absent. Bobby Kite, Rob Wolfson, Mike Lecoussier. Emergency spare today is Kerry Schneider. And we have our manager, Curtis Kaplan.
And Gig.
Okay, so we got Bailey Lawson, Kelly Cruz, Drew Sikora, Alan Byrne, Chris Bradford, Trevor Rowitsky, and Mike Elder, and Bailey's got double duties of being the manager.
You betcha. And
Oh,
first
there you
ball,
go. Oh, there
looks
it is,
like,
strike there.
it looked like we missed Mike. He was up and at him and giving her, so Mike's got a strike to go. There we go. I wonder if they'll have to fix that for Paradise because it shows Mike having to play on the left lane.
Yeah.
So they might have to do a little bit of configuring there.
Hopefully they notice that.
You know, Bailey threw a good shot there, got the chop. I never did like starting off with a chop off right off the bat.
Well, it keeps you focused on right from the get-go.
It's a tough spare. Just not a comfortable spare to shoot right off the bat.
I'd rather get a head pin.
Yeah, almost.
I'm sure Tracy right now is thinking, I'd probably take a chop off.
Yeah, that's exactly. Well, as long as she spares it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good there.
All right, let's see. I'm just going to take a look at the standings here. So Paradise Marlborough's third in the Cargill division. And Okanagan Eclipse is last, but they only played twice. So this is a good divisional game here.
Yeah, and we know top 3 players or teams from each division make the playoffs. We'll do a quick one after they all bowl the first frame. But Paradise has played 4 matches, so which is in par with the Dream Crushers. Heartland Kingpins in that division has played the most, but they definitely have an opportunity to secure themselves and keep them in the mix for the top 3 Paradise here today. But Okanagan absolutely has a chance to win 2 matches, and then they're right in the mix for being in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they definitely need to win at least one here with their, the fact that they weren't able to get any wins the first 2 matches.
Well, just about outside there for Kelsey.
Yeah.
So we're just catching word here. I'm receiving messages that we'll have to restart the lanes at Paradise just so they can catch up and do a little bit of configuring in the back.
Oh, yeah.
So It's no worries. They'll just have to shut down the lanes and then restart it and then plug in the first frame scores.
So do these guys, do they pick what lane they want? Do they bowl on the same lane every show, or is it their choice, or how does that work?
It's totally up to them. Typically, obviously, depends on what the bowling alley is, availability at the time too. But yeah, I mean, coming in at 9 a.m., they can pretty much pick whatever lane they want.
Right.
I mean, here's your chance to find the best set in the house. Like, use it to your advantage. Whatever you got to do.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I would look for sure.
We actually at the Bombers, we made a change in our lane. It just one lane wasn't working out for us, and then we made the change and had that 1500. So
Yeah.
I guess it helped.
That was a good choice.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what lane choices that people are going with, though. You know, the Dream Crushers, I think, are playing lane 16 at Druid. You know, we played lane 15 last time. You know, a lot of people, Heartland, I think, has not been on the end, but they've been second from the end.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a variety of lanes, but really it's up to the comfort of the team to choose. And then obviously left side of the ball return or right side of the ball return.
Right on. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Somebody put their towel up on the scoreboard there.
You would think with more right-handed bowlers, typically, that you would play on the right-hand lane away from the ball return.
Yeah, right-hand bowler. See, we picked lane 15, and more so, I think, because of the left arm balance.
Okay.
So you're not, and a lot of us come from the left to right. I mean, Matt and I come from left to right, so our step is, you know, if we're not close to the ball return on the left, sort of that dragging mentality. I much prefer probably playing on the left side.
Right. I see what you're saying.
And my mentality is just away from the wall a little bit. Yeah, more room.
Yeah.
There's a strike there from Bailey. Start lane frame 2.
I think Okanagan's just a little nervous, missing. They're hitting the middle there, but they missed a few spares.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't played, right, guys, since week 2. I mean, you want to come in, you want to play, you want to get things going, but maybe a hit in the middle, except for Kelsey, but she did spare it up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Are they are bowling in BC?
In Vernon, yeah.
Yeah, but in BC they're allowed bowling, like, you know, Ontario and Quebec aren't. Are they are able to play their leagues?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure the restrictions though, or like masks or anything, but it sounds like they are playing.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that would definitely have an impact for sure if you're having been able to get out and play at all on a regular basis.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been in every province has something different going on, don't they? It's, you know, unfortunate. Obviously, Quebec, I think, is shut down completely.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's going to have a huge impact on our on the Open and potentially the Masters and YBC and with all that. I mean, it's
There's still a lot of unknowns for sure.
absolutely. It's just
There's a better shot for Tracy, I think.
yeah.
so just for everybody watching out there, obviously this is the 5 Pin Universe Pro League action. We've got Paradise Marvel playing Okanagan Eclipse. There's 5 players playing on each team. The top player, each individual match is worth 1 point. So obviously Mike is playing Bailey, Rob is playing Chris, Tracy is playing Kelsey. Each of those matches is worth 1 point. Then the team total at the end of the day is also worth 3 points. So that's a big 3 points up for grabs at the end. Total of 8 points for a team to be up for grabs. So regardless if your individual match is out and feel like you aren't going to win it, you still need to work hard to get every point possible, contributing to that team total is so vitally important.
Absolutely. And the fact that, I mean, the Eclipse has a spare, so they do have that option. If somebody happens to be struggling early, they've got the option to sub him in, where the Marvel, they've got to go with the lineup they've got.
Yeah, that spare really comes in handy. We talked about it there before. Obviously, the rules of the league is a female has to start a match and finish a match. So if you don't have a female on the bench to be a substitute, then that female that's in has to play the whole time. So in this case, obviously, Tracy, Kelsey, they're playing the whole time. Okanagan, they do have a male on the bench. So one of those males could be looking to be subbed out at any point in time. You're only allowed to make one sub in the match at all right now.
Yeah, we might not even see a sub in this first match at all.
Yeah, it could potentially not.
Yeah.
Great pickup. We talked about it early, guys. Kerry Snyder for the Paradise Marvel. Wasn't originally on a lineup, one of the teams. Kerry's obviously been playing well, but didn't really know how well he was playing until after these teams were formed. And he came out and had an outstanding showing at the Autumn Open here at Paradise Lanes and winning the tournament. So great pickup by Paradise. Very smart on their end to pick up Kerry for today.
So these are basically circumstances based on not being able to field a team that you're allowed to have an emergency pickup?
Yeah, it's a very unique situation. Greg, good question. Really, it was really in the last 2 days, situation arose, obviously with pandemic and COVID and stuff happening. The team reached out to us and said, we potentially only have 4 players. So quickly just sort of decided that obviously emergency spare was the right move to make. Bailey was involved in the decision making too, just as a team, and he wanted to make sure that there was a full team to play. At the end of the day, we don't want to be having any dose scores or having to play that. This league is a competitive league, and we want to be fielding a competitive team. So the understanding was that it made sense to bring in an emergency spare for the situation to allow them to field the full team.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want to see a forfeit or anything of that matter. And this is a new league, plus we have COVID going on. So I think it was a good call.
Yeah.
Absolutely the right call, for sure. And it's not able to do any rescheduling or any of that. So it's...
That's a challenge too. Yeah, the schedule is really hard.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we definitely didn't want to look at reschedule. I mean, obviously it's a very tight schedule. We still have 7 weeks of regular season. Then we've got 2 weeks of playoffs.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all know that there's the Open still, there's the Masters. There's enough scheduling challenges as it is that to try to have to reschedule something would have been really difficult. So best case scenario here for sure.
I got Paradise with a good start in this frame with a few strikes. Kerry looked a little quick there.
Yeah.
Everyone's starting to come alive a little bit.
One thing that we've noticed, different teams is the energy level and the high fives, the strikes, the cheers, that stuff. It makes a big difference for a team when you're doing that. I mean, not every team, and I think our podcast on Wednesday night, Fran Clark had talked about one Masters team. They won national gold medal, but they all sat down on the bench. So every team is different. We get that, but we definitely seen some better performances by teams that have a little bit of a higher energy level. Heartland Kingpins comes to mind, right?
Yeah.
We've seen them play really well when they're loud and cheering. You've got Robert in the background making some noise.
Yeah, nothing like good bowling to get you excited, though. It's good to have that one player playing well that you can count on, and it just kind of helps take the pressure off the rest of the team, and they can kind of just freewheel, right?
Yeah. And that's what happened with the Bombers last week. The first time, I was lead off and was able to have 6 or 7 strikes in the middle. I think obviously helped the team. Mark Johnstone started with 5 strikes in a row. Matt Schultz, I think, ended up with a 360. So obviously he was throwing a bunch of strikes too. The energy level was just up, and things are striking, and you're right into the midday or peak performance of an open tournament. Energy is up, and you're rocking.
The fun thing too is like a lot of these teams, you're probably not going to ever get a chance to play together, even in an open setting. Because typically the ladies are going to be on the ladies' teams. Most of these guys are going to be on the men's teams. So it is kind of cool to play with some different people.
Absolutely. The whole idea of playing at your home center, I mean, again, you should be playing your best. You throw the ball the way you throw the ball because you know that ball scores at that center. So it's not like you have to make an adjustment to try and score. So it should encourage better scoring as well.
Yeah, exactly. Your small town guys too, like that don't go out and play and feel more comfortable in their home center are going to have a better shot. Typically, I would think.
Absolutely. I remember the one year we played at Riverside, and I mean, we played really good in the open, but every one of us bowled at Riverside. We all threw a ball that scored well at Riverside. So other people coming in from other centers and that type of stuff, with the approaches and that type of stuff, they had to make some kind of adjustment where we were just comfortable in our own in their own center.
Yeah, one less thing to worry about.
Absolutely. There's a big shot here for Robbie.
Oh, yeah. Could get some total going. And
yeah.
So looking back on show 2, when Okanagan did play, they had a couple of really good team scores with 1250 and a 1290. Unfortunately, the 1250, they ended up losing 6-2 by only 15 points to the Heartland Kingpins. And then losing to the Dream Crushers with 1293 to 1322. So even though they got 2 losses, it's by a combined total of 40 pins. So they've thrown some couple of big games. They just again need that one player perhaps to run away and get a bunch going.
That does help the rest of the team. A big score in there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Consistent 250s, consistent 250, 260s. Those are going to be tight matches, but they're not really going to separate the scores.
There you go. Good shot by Kelsey there.
Good shot by Kelsey.
Yeah, this match is pretty much dead even.
Yeah.
All of them. Even all the individual matches are pretty close.
Yeah. Alan throws the double here. That's a big evener with what Mike's got. And now Tracy with another double. So there you go. Those doubles they're huge.
Yeah, and she was coming off there too. Tracy was coming off with some energy for sure.
Yeah.
It's nice to always have that at least one double going on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I know. I've said in the past in the commentary, I as a team when I play, it's nice to see 4 marks. That's the kind of what I like to see is 4 marks.
Yeah.
5.
Now, when I get on a team with either coaching or on a team, if you've got 3 doubles going, if you can get one of those 3 doubles to get the triple, you're not going to get them all, but every one you can get 2 out of 3, that's awesome. Just because the scores are it's all about the triples and how it increases your score so much that it just feels so good, and then it just takes the pressure off the next person starting the next frame.
The good thing that I was just looking at the scoring here, it adds in all the strikes and spares, so it's up to date.
Yeah.
A good frame by both teams.
Absolutely. Pivotal.
Yeah, and we're noticing here too, we didn't mention it, is that the first player cannot go until the last player on the other side has finished their frame. So you can't move ahead frame by frame. You have to wait until everybody's done that frame before you can move along.
Yeah, no lapping. So this is key here for Eclipse. They got 4 strikes going. If they can get 2 doubles and 2 marks on those 4 strikes, then that's a huge frame. And same thing for the marble.
Oh, he got tapped on the corner. Good one for Mike, tapped for Bailey.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Bailey, after Mike gets a triple there, Bailey needs one now.
Yeah. Yeah, and looked like he executed really well. It was, good good balance of the line and everything. Yeah, that's better. Certainly couldn't afford to give up that spare.
No.
A little shout out to all the bowlers, participants, volunteers, coaches, managers, staff down at Heartland Bowl in Stettler. I know they are watching right now. The IP provincials are happening at Stettler. So I'm seeing some good scores going on there. So thanks for watching and tuning in, everybody. So hello from 5PL to the IP provincials. Hope you're doing well.
So that match is tight. Double. I think that's a double for Chris there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might just have to refresh that.
I think we've got our tech in the background there. You're sorting it.
Greg,
he
plays in the last match.
Greg, let's chat quickly about your performance at the Masters here on the weekend at Heartland as well. You played unbelievable.
Yeah, that was fairly unexpected. It's not like I've been playing, really great or anything. I just, got comfortable, found a good line. And the one thing about these acrylic lanes now, it's consistent from one pair of lanes to another pair of lanes. So if you can find a good line, generally it's going to work on all the lanes. So.
And you've played in Heartland quite a bit, and how you've had some good scores there before too, haven't you?
Yeah, I feel very comfortable there. I mean, now with the smaller bases, I'm sure I had 5 or 6 strikes where it barely hit the head pin and slid one over and it knocked it over. So you're going to get breaks like that, and those smaller bases certainly help in a few occasions for me. But Robert does such a good job there. I just feel so comfortable there.
Yeah, I was unfortunate that I couldn't play Masters there. I was a little disappointed with that, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see big scores. We've seen it at the Kingpins have been playing good there and the promotion there. So it's good to see that the big scores are coming along with the effort that he's putting in.
Yeah, there was the Tournament Masters played well there as well. There were some good scores coming out of there. So it's it's gonna probably be in this steady rotation. So it's nice to have those good scoring houses so that if you play well, you can get some good scores and make up some ground on potentially making the team.
Yeah, that's the comfort level of knowing where the lineup of houses are. Like, oh, okay, I can put in a good score there. I can catch up. I mean, the one Bonnie Do and everybody thinks of is like, oh, there's going to be big scores there.
Yeah.
But if they all have, if you've got confidence going in beforehand, then half the battle.
And I think the rotation they've got now for the centers that they're using is definitely conducive to good scoring.
Yeah, it seems to be working out good.
Yeah, really good. This turned out to be a pretty tough frame for the Eclipse with basically the only 2 marks. So they're losing some ground here. With it doesn't appear so much on this frame, but it will on the next one when the Marvels start counting all their marks. So.
Yeah, they have 3 spares and a strike, 4 marks to 2. It's definitely going to add up for sure.
Yeah,
and they both have a double. So
yeah. So at this point, it looks like, I mean, obviously, Chris, it's almost critical that Chris throws that 3rd strike to keep them going and maybe get the rest of the team going.
We'll take a quick break here for our commercial break, and then we'll come back and see if everybody can keep things rolling.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our sponsors and everybody contributing to the success of the 5PL. without all the sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do all the stuff we're doing. So thank you for that. A lot of obviously Cargill, Rusted Petal, BPG, a lot of sponsors out there. Yamada with Paradise Marvel, so individual team sponsors. So lots of contributions from many people out there to help with the success of this.
Yeah, great support.
Yeah, Okanagan definitely has a couple sponsors. Big Steel Box and Carolbrook, I think, is on the sleeve. Sorry, I can't remember offhand.
Oh, there's the commentator, or there's the 5-game, the commercial break curse for Mikey.
Yeah.
That's Paradise is looking at that too and seeing, ooh, that's a big punch
there you
slow
go.
down there.
There's a huge momentum switch right there. As soon as
two balls
triple and Mike comes off his triple.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like you're
Yeah,
potentially.
and Kelsey's up quick going.
Yeah, she does not take a
see.
lot of time. I've noticed that from the first show, the show 2 when she was on. She gets up and she goes. She does not stand there for very long.
She's a relatively new bowler, I think, too, in the last few years.
Yeah. You can tell she's enjoying it.
Yeah, right into it.
Yeah. So this is kind of key for Rob here to get them back going after the hit on the double. Oh, what a great shot.
And to stay with Bradford too there.
Good shot. Yeah.
What a great. Oh, you can tell he was surprised on that one.
And Okanagan's just coming out firing here in the 6th frame.
I mean, Paradise just keep marking. They'll stay with them.
Rob Wolfson's had an outstanding year too in league bowling. He's been playing real good. I think somewhere in the 270 averages.
Yeah.
City High down in Calgary, just playing really good, Rob. And just won a Masters stars there for one of his events. So
yeah, up at Heritage. So
working hard.
That was good. And he's averaging 255 in the 2 matches he's played in this up to date. So I mean, he's pretty steady all the way along right now.
Yeah, I should look at some averages.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is some averages and stats that anybody wants to look up on 5pinuniverse.ca. You have to find the events and then Pro Team League. The stat sheet that's on that main page isn't 100% updated. The last show isn't on there. That would include, the Bombers' big numbers up there. But up to Game 7, it does include on that the individual stats. It's on the website. So 5pinuniverse.ca, lots of information to be found on there.
Well, the ones for Paradise would be updated.
Yeah.
Actually, both of these teams should be updated because they haven't played for a while.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Bobby at a 280 coming in with 2 games.
Yeah.
Rob 254. The highest point getter in the Linda,
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of averages the Okanagan.
Bailey 235. Kelsey was like 270. Alan Byrne 246. And Trevor, who's on the bench, 265. And
Mike Elder 286.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's some good scoring.
This is where it's kind of like the Open in a way. You have a big frame. You're all kind of just in the pit chatting and joking around, waiting for the other team to finish.
Yeah. And if I'm coaching the Marvel, I'm saying, you know what? They're done. Let's take our time. Let's not get in a hurry just because they're done already. Let's just take our time. Let's execute our shots and make them wait.
Yeah, you're just going with your flow. You're doing your thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to try and be influenced on what they did. You just want to, execute yourself. So let's see how they respond.
Yeah, this will be a good big frame here for both teams.
Good bounce back frame for Mike. And another one
both
there
of
for
them.
Bailey.
Both of them doing a little pointing.
Yeah, the how you're watching the other team probably differs for everybody as well. I know for the Bombers, I bring a extra computer monitor and set it up in behind us. But for the most part, our team doesn't really watch the other team during the 5 of us playing. Maybe at the end of the frame, we'll do a glance just to see where they're at in their frame. But we aren't watching. We aren't watching individual moments in individual frames and going ball for ball. It's maybe at the end of the frame to sort of know where you're at. But
you're just more concentrate on the total and your match kind of thing, right?
I think it's better for me personally
to not be watching it.
Yeah, because I think a lot all the time, right? It just might.
Start saying, oh, well, she got a spare, or she got a strike, or she got a punch, or he got this, or he got that. I need no. That's not the idea of this league.
Yeah. And in this setting, you don't have to watch. When you're playing head to head, you can't help but notice, right?
Yeah, if you throw a whole bunch of strikes, you have a good chance of winning. That's all you need to know.
And honestly, really, it's only the first bowler or just one player needs to watch so you can tell the leadoff, okay, your turn to go bowl. Okay, time to go bowl.
Yeah.
But other than that, a second, third, fourth, I mean, there's no reason at all to have to even be looking at the other team.
Yeah.
Personal preferences.
See, right here, I mean, the Eclipse have 5 strikes, and as a coach, I'm hoping we get 3 doubles out of that. They've already got 3 doubles, and now they've got a spare. If they can get a 4th double out of that, that's a huge frame. 2 frames in a row.
Yeah, they've definitely taken the lead now.
Yeah.
Man, I was hoping for a big shot by Carey there just to see them kind of stay with them.
Yeah.
We're seeing a couple comments in there from Manitoba and other provinces that are letting us know what might be happening in their provinces. And it's unfortunate to see, obviously, Manitoba, no tournaments at all, no qualifying for zones. Going to be a buy into provincials and then put together singles and all-star mix. So.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So that's what Aaron's saying, that.
Just buy into provincials. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to field a team similar to what these are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
You'll be just, hey, let's get 6 of our best buds together that play well as a team, and let's go have some fun.
Kinda.
Chemistry's a big thing.
The sort of dream for a lot of people out there, isn't it?
Absolutely. Or you stack a mixed team or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
Well, that was big. That's I think they needed that strike at the bottom there just to kind of give themselves, a chance to.
Another comment there out of Newfoundland. There are no leagues at all right now. Open bowling only and very spaced out.
Crazy.
And it's going to be in the next couple of months whether these national events are even going to happen or not.
Yeah, that's the scary thing, right? Is that there's more restrictions. You've got Masters in Edmonton. You've got Open in Newfoundland. Planning for these things is going to be tough.
Yeah.
It is tough, obviously. So respect to all those out there planning any sort of event going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, how much can you commit, right? And I mean, we're used to buying our seats a year in advance, and hotel rooms are all booked a full year in advance and that type of thing. So when all of a sudden you've got like 3-4 months, it's going to be really difficult.
Yeah.
Big opportunity there for Bailey to obviously take control of his match, and then it sort of faltered a bit, which allows Mike back in and sort of almost control it now.
Mike in the lead now, yeah. Oh, and he missed there too. Ooh, that was a bad shot.
Let's just see what that does to the rest of the team, because I mean that's kind of pivotal, right?
I mean, him missing really bad like that on the last shot might have kept it loose.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure he's getting a razzing from that.
Yeah.
And Robbie comes in and throws big double there. So this is huge here for Bradford.
Yeah. One more good shot here.
Looks good. Oh,
miss. Little sounded like close.
The first show he played in, I don't think he had been playing much at all. And so he looked a little rusty in the first show. So it's good to see that he's come out throwing a lot better.
Yeah, I do recall that now.
And he subbed out, I believe, in 5 frame and then didn't play the second one. So hasn't played a whole lot.
Yeah.
Ooh, a head pin for Tracy gives Kelsey a chance.
Yeah. Kelsey taking just a little bit more time than she had been. Let's see if that's perfect. Yeah.
Huge
off the lane.
Turkey time.
Yeah.
And that puts her right into that match. Tracy was having a bit of a lead and going, but that triple puts her right in there for sure.
Absolutely.
Tight matches coming up here, everybody.
Yeah.
If anything, she might have the lead now.
Yeah, I'd say that Okanagan sort of has the lead here going in, looking at the scores and sort of where we're at.
Yeah, based on the marks that they got going.
Yeah, overall, and some marks working.
Yeah.
Allen's just solid on the middle there.
Yeah.
You know, Rob's obviously got a double, but he's up against Bradford, so that's the one there. That's good for Kerry. I'm sure Kerry, obviously, you know, thinking about this for the last couple of days, just going to come in and freewheel and contribute and throw a big number, and struggling a bit. So hopefully he can get something together here at the end.
This would be a big double for Bobby and the anchor.
Yeah,
just,
and could
going into 9, just to keep the team excited.
Get a little ahead of Mike too.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be, you always want it to, as an anchor player, I think you always want to not need more than a double to win.
Yeah.
But
as an anchor player too, having that double going into 10 just makes you feel so much more comfortable too.
Yes, absolutely.
Like having a mark is just huge.
Yeah.
Oh, it bounced out of the back.
Oh.
It blew by and bounced back. That was a big
That's what
break.
speed does.
Yeah.
Good aggressive shot. Okay,
going
9-10.
into 9-10. Yeah, 9:44 to 9:11. 4 marks for the Paradise and 3 marks for the Eclipse. One of them being a double each.
Yeah. That'll be the key here at 9. Who can, if they can get those turkeys on the 2 that are the doubles, get the turkeys.
Oh, and he overtook that one.
Yeah.
And Mike knew it, I think, as soon as he laid it down, I think you could tell from his body language that he knew exactly what it was going to be.
Yeah, looked to me like Bailey overthrew it and Mike laid his down a touch.
Yeah, little deceleration to be sure to hit it, and that's probably Bailey too. After that other frame that we didn't throw really good shots, he was probably like, okay, just let's hit the middle type thing, and then you end up steering it a bit, right?
Yeah. Totally.
So, I mean, Bailey's going to have a chance, provided that he bangs out and Mike doesn't, but it's still looking like Paradise probably for that first match there.
That's like cleaning up your pins is huge there.
Yeah, that's 23-pin lead there for Mike.
Yeah.
Got to feel confident with that as a leadoff that, you just throw 1 mark and it's over for your point.
Yeah, Chris is looking really comfortable. Let's hope we can just one more real good execution here.
Sounded like it was good.
Yeah,
they had a little freeze out.
Okay, Rob.
That's huge there for Chris. Well done, Bradford.
I think Rob is. I think he really cherishes these moments now. He's so comfortable with his game that he just he looks forward to these opportunities to come through, and it's so nice to see for him.
Yeah, in the past you could see the fear in his eyes. Now he's got like the fight and got that, you know what I mean?
The drive, the desire for sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, confidence knowing that he can do it for sure.
Huge shot for Tracy.
Yeah.
Big shot for Tracy as Kelsey opens here.
Yeah. So now she's back in the lead there.
Exciting finishes coming up, folks.
Just flip-flopping back and forth.
It is. This, if Allen can get the double here, that's huge for the total going into 10, especially in the 4 spot. And Allen's been right on the mark most of the game, so
pushed it. You got the push. Huge double there for Allen.
The wily veteran there.
Yeah, that really helps.
Seniors.
Yeah, huge for their team total.
Tough
goal here.
Terry might obviously not very pleased with how this game's gone for him.
Big one for Mike.
But it is tough for him to, just all of a sudden get the call and say, hey, we need you to kind of get up where they know it's coming. They're excited about it. They can, mentally get prepared for it. Where Terry only had to, basically a day to kind of get up for it.
You think it could go one of 2 ways, right?
Yeah.
For me, it took like doing it once and then coming in the second time, we feel a lot more comfortable.
Right. Good shot there.
How's this going to work? Yeah, that's big by Bobby there.
Yeah.
We're tight all the way around. A couple of,
36,
obviously
62,
Allen's
16
Allen's a go for sure.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're in some matches.
Yeah.
See what happens here. Bailey obviously needs to bang out big strikes.
It's pretty even, so it's going to come down to probably what Robbie and Allen do on the doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless, one team all of a sudden strikes out 10 on every player. So.
Oh, missed there. Okay.
There's one for Paradise.
Yeah.
Now Mike's needs to get total.
Yeah.
Yeah, big spare here to get that extra. No.
You almost need their camera just a touch higher.
Yeah, that's right, because they're all
Yeah.
right in line with the pins.
Mike just got some broad shoulders that he just covers the whole lanes.
Okay, there's one for Mike.
That's too bad for Bailey. I know obviously he wants to perform well here in this too, and had the opportunity there in the middle of the game, but just sort of let things slide in the 8th frame. He'll be kicking himself on that one, I think.
Yeah, it's not even the head pins; it's the 8th frame, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, a little bit of an open there for Chris. That's leaves a spot for Robbie.
Well, he's up there right away.
Oh,
too.
he is. Careful now. Okay.
Oh,
see?
Wow.
See, that's where Brad's
He's going to be okay. Slow down. You've said that many times in this, Mark, when we've been commentating together. Take your time out there. Don't be rushing it. And definitely instance there where Chris rushed his second one for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man, that was that double with Allen's huge now.
Yeah. He's he gets away with it, Bradford, for the win. So good job getting the win. But you'll look back on the video of this one and say, I think I should probably have stepped off. He's strike for Kelsey. So she's got a maximum 250. Tracy's max 283, but really depends on what she does first ball here. Oh, and Kelsey's up, going.
I think in this instance, that's her normal. Oh, it's just the camera went really slow.
It went into slow motion mode, yeah.
Oh, that all.
Yeah. 1105, 1108. Yeah, it's.
He needs all these pins here.
Yeah, I was gonna say these.
Oh, she got them all.
Now, that was a huge spare.
235. Well, Tracy can. Yeah,
Tracy's
Cherry. Yeah, your Cherry, your 234.
Yeah, you have to hit the 3 pin at least.
Oh, she got him. So win there for Paradise.
Allen,
big triple for Allen. That's certainly going to help team total there.
That was huge for Allen. I mean, Paradise is behind a bowler too, so.
Yeah. Well, Bobby's potential, 75 with his 75 more.
1190.
Yeah.
That's still there.
Yeah. Carrie needs to throw a double here just to give them a chance, I think.
Oh, Allen gets the kick back too. Well done.
Man, awesome finish by Allen.
Yeah.
All right, one more, Allen.
Allen's been solid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. I think he's had the one head pin and everything else has been on the side. There you go.
Nice finish, Allen. Well done.
340, 210. That was really nice. Okay.
75. Well, if he strikes here and Bobby bangs out and Mike punches.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where Mike just needs a hit on the side. He just needs that good count.
Boom. That's it.
Got it. Yeah,
That's a
so
really
there's
good
team
count.
total.
because he had 12-10 before that, 75, 12-25. They could have got to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Still
the
match
match
there. Still one more point for the match. So, yeah, that was big.
And as we've seen in this Pro League too, every single point's gonna matter. Like even if you take 3 instead of 2 or whatever, right? Like
Absolutely. Every point you can steal at the end. I mean, we've seen that so many times in the Open. I mean, there seems to be a huge difference between 2 points or 3 points, or 1 point and 2 points, or 5 and 6 type thing, right? Just every point, especially because you're taking another point away from the other team.
well, yeah, it's double,
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah. See if Bobby can throw one more here.
A solid game by Bobby.
272.
And I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
anything over 1,200 isn't too bad.
No. So they got 3 out of that.
So 5-3 for Okanagan.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what Okanagan needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to win, and another score right in that 250 average, 1268, right? You're right in the mix there.
Yeah.
That'll
So
be
we've-
they're going to be tied with the Mad Hatters now at even games.
So we've messaged, if possible, gents, we'd like to see Alan Byrne and Bobby Kite come do some post-game interviews, if you don't mind, guys, as we're getting ready to do wrap-ups. Bailey and Curtis are there. We'll see if we can get Alan and Bobby as well. So that would be good. So yeah, so what are we? 5-3?
Yeah.
5-3. Yeah.
5-3 Okanagan. So shifts standings a little bit. Obviously, a good win for Okanagan. As we get lined up for post-game interviews, we'll bring in our guys.
I mean, that gives that's the first loss for. Oh no, not the first loss. Sorry, that's the first win for the Okanagan. So good to get that. That always good to get the first win.
Yeah, exactly. I felt that we bowled our first 2 games and lost, and then we played our third and won our third. It's a good feeling just to get that win out of there.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't
Now
start
you're- now
racing
you're
without a
in.
win.
All right, let's bring our managers in, and we'll bring in Bobby as well. Guys, how you doing? Bailey and Bobby, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Bailey, if Alan happens to be around, we'd like to sort of chat with Alan as well, if you don't mind.
For sure.
Yeah, Bailey, manager, obviously gets the win. Nice to have a W in the column there, 5-3, but right around par for your 250 average. How'd you guys think about the match?
Pretty good. We stayed pretty solid. The break.
Yeah.
The team pretty good. And we call him out Bernie. That's his reputation. So to that. And everyone finished good except for me, but yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll look back and you'll see that your 8th frame was the mishap. So you'll learn from that one. Alan, good job. Congratulations. Nice match. Obviously big for the team. We talked about a number of doubles that were happening out there, and you were just able to keep stringing them along for the team. So good work on your win. How'd you feel out there, bud?
How'd you feel?
Good. Oh, good. Yeah. Just staring at my mark and throwing for it. And that's it.
Yeah.
Staying slow on my feet.
Yeah. Well, it obviously paid off.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
But this is a crazy game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to do, and I think that Bradford, we kind of had a couple of moments. He went a little quick there in that the 11th ball, so he'll look back on that one and sort of say, maybe I went too fast, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good job, guys. Good win. Obviously, keep warming up, and we'll see you for the next match. Curtis, Bobby, we see you guys there. Bobby, good match for yourself. Obviously, getting the win. Paradise a little bit. 3 points is still 3 points. How'd you guys feel there about that match?
Well, it's. I mean, you wanna win when you come out to play, but 5-3. Could have been worse when you lose the total. To keep it at 5-3 is, you gotta scratch for every point. So I don't know. Take this with a silver lining, I guess, it's in some ways, and see where we stand going into the final. I think we have one more week of 2 games. I could be wrong on that. I'm not sure how many games left. I think it's 2 games left. So see where we sit going into that and go from there.
You guys have played 5 games now, so you have 3 left.
Okay. Well, that's all right.
What was the decision for Bobby to go anchor? I'm just curious because typically you were playing lead in the past.
Yeah, he was playing lead in the past, so I figured we had like 4 pretty like slow, smooth throwers, and Bobby just, he hucks the shit out of that ball. So throw him at the anchor, and then let everybody else kind of lead up to him.
Yeah. How obviously, Kerry Snyder coming in and playing, not the result that he would have wanted, obviously, to help out the team. How's he feeling over there?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of adrenaline, some nerves. So, yeah.
That's what I was saying is like you play it once and you don't get it. Like you don't expect it to be like that, right? And then once you come in the second time, you kind of feel it a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's an odd setup, right? It just is. It's you're in a quiet bowling alley, wearing team shirts with the adrenaline running at the same time. There's nobody here. It's just odd. It's just a different format. It's fun. It's good. I love it, but it's different.
Yeah. You're used to when you are playing in this format, you're playing with a lot of noise around you and a lot of other stuff going on. This is just individual and you're hearing every sound. And
even in between turns, when I'd go back to have a drink of water, I was mindful when to take a drink of water because I didn't want any squeaky sounds. As if somebody's in their approach, because you can hear them, like it's tricky. So little things like that you wouldn't really think of.
Yeah.
Well, fun. I mean, nonetheless, 3 points is 3 points. You're still in the mix. You got a few games to go. You're near top of the standing, so nothing too much to worry about. Enjoy your Sunday and the football that you're going to watch there, gents, and have a good day and watch along the next matches.
Go Niners!
Yeah,
thanks, guys. Congrats, Bailey.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll wrap this first match up here with a commercial, and then we'll come back and get into our second match.
All right, thanks, guys.
Good job, guys. Bailey, we'll chat in a bit.
Sounds good.
At Cargill, we have numerous brands and varieties of canola seed to meet any producer's needs. We look forward to helping you create a plan for your 2022 crop. Please contact your local crop input sales rep for any of your canola seed needs. Thank you and enjoy the bowling.
Change the bowl order, and then we'll bowl another 2.
Here we go, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm just going to do a little bit of working around. Bailey will move there. Gig, here we go. Getting ready we'll wait for our third commentator to come back. Maybe there's a baby in the action. No baby worries. No baby worries. We didn't know if there's something.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Just grabbing a drink.
Yeah, Mark's a few days away from having a baby, so we don't know what could happen at any point in time.
Yeah.
If I just disappear and don't come back, you know why?
Yeah, you know why? we'll figure
Well, I'll
it out.
probably be like, "Hey, see ya."
Well,
Yeah.
we'll hear the excitement.
Well,
I'll be at
good.
work tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, good. Here we go. Let's queue up match number 2. So we got the Mad Hatters versus the Medicine Hat Mad Hatters versus the Okanagan Eclipse coming into game 2. Again, any initial quick thoughts here for this match here, guys?
Based on what I see in the standings, these guys are tied now at even games. So one of these two can get up and overcome the infinite escapes for sure and get it up into 4th place in the division. So, yeah.
Opportunity to be had here, right? With only 3 matches played for the Mad Hatters.
Yeah.
10 points, but they've got 2 matches here now too. So there's an opportunity for them to move up in the standings and make things interesting for that Cargill division.
Well, as we saw in that last match, the frame 6-7 for the Eclipse just turned that whole match around. They looked like they were behind in just about every category, and then all of a sudden they had those 2 big frames, and it just brought them the value, got them ahead, and they were able to just kind of hold on to the lead at the end. So in these matches, I mean, sometimes it only comes down to a couple of frames to change the whole momentum of the match.
Yeah, and that's right after the commercial break too. So I wonder if that affects it at all.
Yeah, lots of little moments that you could sort of look back on and say, yeah, turning point opportunity. All right, well let's bring in our crew. We don't have the manager for the Mad Hatters, but we've got Michelle there with us.
Between 850 and 900.
Yay! Hello, welcome to the show. Here we are. We'll bring in Bailey as well.
You got Linda at IP there?
Yes. Yeah.
So you're self-coaching yourselves today. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Well, I guess how are things feeling for Mad Hatters? Obviously, only played 3 matches, 10 points on the board. But how are we feeling here going into this morning? Got some good warm up out there.
Yeah, we've been warming up for a little bit here, and I think everybody's really comfortable and ready to go.
Nice. And obviously, you're not the first match, so you can sort of watch what's happening and then be ready to go really for the second one.
Yeah.
And I know it's fun playing 2. You got to play 2 today. That's nice.
Yeah. It is nice to get into it and then be able to carry that on to the next one. So.
Nice. Any thoughts for us on lineup? How are we looking?
Yeah. We've got Troy starting us off. And then I'm going to come in second, JC third, David fourth, and then Derek's going to anchor us, and Larissa's going to be on the bench.
Nice opportunity there. So Larissa can obviously come in for anybody.
Absolutely.
No rules and whatnot. I mean, you're free will and anybody, and obviously Larissa, we know well that she can come in and play any position. So good on you there.
I can't even do one.
And Bailey, over at the Eclipse, how are things looking for your lineup for this game too?
So I told myself, so Trevor's going to be starting, and then Chris is going to be second, Kelsey third, Alan, and then Mike as well. So the only change that's been made is just me for Trevor.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, good idea. Get Trevor in the match and the game. Obviously, could have been some opportunities in the last one, but you still got the win, so no issue there. But yeah, get him into the mix and get him playing. Well, good, gang. Any further thoughts there, Mark, Greg, and questions? We're good to go.
No, I'm looking forward to getting more games into the division and see how the standings play out. It's kind of cool to get these teams have less games than everybody else, so it's nice to get some more games for these guys and see how everything pans out.
Yeah, and tightens things up in that group too, right? In that Cargill division, anything happens here, regardless, obviously points are on the play. That standings will change. So.
And the good part is they've played already, and you're using your original lineups. You don't have any emergency spares. You both have a spare, so that changes the whole layout as well. So.
Okay, well, good luck. Let's we'll chat with you after, but go get them. And remember, obviously, after frame 5, we'll do a little commercial break.
Awesome. Good luck. Good luck.
All right, go for it. Okay, guys, let's go like this. Mark, you want to give us the...
Okay, for the Mad Hatters, we have JC Brewski, Larissa Long, David Sisko,
What
Derek
did I do?
Mackey,
Yeah.
Dylan Gosselin, Troy Seitz, Michelle Manton, and manager Linda Seitz. Michelle Manton is acting manager today. Linda is away.
And Gig.
All right. So we got Bailey Lawson, who's going to be sitting on the bench to start. Kelsey Crush, Drew's
Koosh.
Cruz. Okay.
We should have warned you on this, eh? I guess you
Yeah,
could've
that's
taken-
right. I was just going to say, need a little heads up. And Drew, and then Alan Byrne, who played so well 310 the first game. Chris Bradford, Trevor coming in to play this match, and Mike Elder. So, and Bailey going to be on the bench, and he's the manager.
Good stuff. All right, let's get this guy into there. Oh, we want to add in there. We don't.
There we go.
There we go.
And Trevor's ready.
Well, he's real
Trevor's,
fast ball there.
off and going.
And again, the Okanagan Eclipse are playing in Vernon, British Columbia, and the Mad Hatters are playing in Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Yeah, that's such a neat thing about our league is that we can play anywhere across the country. Two teams, obviously, mutually agreed upon conditions. You play in your set of lanes, we play in our set of lanes. Pinfall could be different each set of at house, but that's part of the league. That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And quality players here in Medicine Hat, maybe not as well known across the country and in Alberta, but I mean these players have been playing in Opens and playing in some Masters, and the ladies, especially, have been competitive and playing in big matches. So look for them to put on a good show here too.
And then you get a guy like David Sisko, who's a young guy coming up, who's pretty talented. So he was relatively unknown for sure.
Yeah, and they're just coming off their last match. They got 7 points, so they're coming off a decent win.
Yeah, I remember Linda was pretty pumped about that.
I seem to recall JC having a really good one last time.
Yeah, she shot a 300, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it was. There you go, 300. So 236, 300, and then Troy had a 270. So a little bit of a change up in lineup for them from their last win too in show 7. Derek was the leadoff and Troy was anchor. So they've sort of flopped a little bit of a change up, but they're so used to playing with each other and, friends and weekly basis. So fluid lineup is okay.
Sorry, I have a little visitor in my room.
Yeah, I saw that. So Medicine Hat, are they wood lanes?
I believe they're acrylic.
Oh,
They're
okay.
acrylic,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, they just look like wood lanes.
Yeah, they're probably an older style acrylic.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure the one on the Okanagan Eclipse is a newer style. They're more of a white look to them.
Yeah, that lighter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Medicine Hat ones are older style.
Okay. Okay.
They were probably early in the transition to synthetics.
Right. Yeah, I had the opportunity to play at Panoka there for our first Masters tournament, and it was the wood lanes, and it was just like a deja vu moment type thing. It was like going back and playing on wood for a change after most of the major centers now are all acrylic. So it was it was just interesting, right? Just a different feel to it, and
I would love that.
Oh, wood's different now. It's harder for sure.
Yeah. It's hard to get the consistency for sure in a wood, with wood. So, but
I believe we have that with St. Albert coming up for the Open qualifying, right? So we'll play Bonnie Doon for 10 and then St. Albert for 10.
Right.
Which day is which?
Bonnie Doon Saturday, Sunday is St. Albert. So there's David with the chop off to start and the cherry.
The chop off to start, yeah, just what we said.
Yeah.
There he was being honest, saying the 2-pin didn't go down, then he goes and cherries the 3.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
You realize everybody who gets a chop off going forward is going to miss it now.
At least in the first frame.
The first frame, yeah.
The first frame, yes.
Yeah. Watch, I'll go to league Monday night and I'll get a chop off that first frame. I'll be swearing at myself.
Oh, another one.
There's got such a nice tempo to his approach and everything, eh?
Yeah, he's been pretty solid in this.
Yeah.
I mean, he has one thing he wants to forget about.
Come on, Derek, give me that spare.
Yeah, let's get the curse away right now.
Yeah.
I believe Derek was the the seventh pickup on the team. Wasn't an original lineup, but when we added it to 7-player teams, Derek was the pickup, and it was like, yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah. Yeah, he just
a
loves
veteran.
to compete, eh? He's just such a strong competitor, just loves it.
Yeah, I bowled against him for a lot of years.
Yeah. Yeah, like he doesn't play lots of the cash events and tournament masters anything, but when you're playing him in the open, you're going to be in a tight match. You know he's going to play well.
Consistent.
That's not how either one of them really wanted to start with.
No,
missed the middle twice.
Trevor's a solid player. I know a little bit about him, but I know he can play. That's for sure.
Yeah. Reminder for both these teams too that the player that's a substitute that is looking to come in at some point, you can warm up. You can be throwing balls beside their team during the frame, after the frame, whenever you want. You don't have to come in cold. So if you're listening out there and you got your bench player, make sure they're warm and ready to go if they're coming in.
Exactly.
Which is a little bit different than traditional open format. This league isn't sanctioned by any of those things. This is its own league, so feel free to warm up and keep yourself ready to go. That was certainly something that the Bombers did. We had Aaron Arndt come in off the bench last time, and he was on the side warming up, and you could just see that he was throwing bombs, right?
Yeah.
Perfect for the namesake. And it was just an easy decision that it was like, okay, come in. And sure enough, he came in through a 5-bagger. So take advantage of the rules that are there for you and warm up and be ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is good. Kelsey's up again. I mean, after the strike in the first frame, and
just tickled the head pin there. Yeah, she don't mess around.
She doesn't.
There seems to be more and more bocce style bowlers at a higher level that we're seeing.
Absolutely. And when we asked her about it, she said she used to bowl left-handed, so she was used to sliding off that foot. And then when she was right-handed, she just found it more comfortable to roll off that foot.
Oh, pushed it over. Got it, JC.
The 2-pin wiggled off the back.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at a guy, David Sisko, who's about to go here. He's still a power thrower, bocce style.
Yeah.
He doesn't lose any momentum, doesn't lose any strength, or
he's got roll on the ball too.
Yeah, fingers on the ball. Like there's, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still young. He can still follow through pretty easily.
Yeah, he's got good revs on that thing, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Good spare for Alan there. He's continuing where he left off last game. Just keep hitting the side of the head pin.
Yep.
It doesn't look like we're getting team totals on the Medicine Hat scoreboard there.
Okay. Oh, you're good at math, I think.
We'll get the.
Oh, that's another set of aces for Mike.
Yeah, 2 games in a row. He's got a set of those.
Yeah.
I do have a calculator handy here.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy in the back can do some quick math. In the truck.
Yeah, well, he's probably warming up in the background, but we can do some stuff there. But maybe they can also go into the system, into the back. I know Dexter's been able to log into Sherwood Bowl system, so maybe there's a way that they can do that at Panorama to have team totals.
Mm-hmm.
After a couple frames go by here, I'll start doing some math.
Yeah, pretty early to talk about totals.
And their system does not add in.
Well, it doesn't have the strikes. Yeah, you can see it's 15 instead of 1.
Oh, they do. Yeah, team total there is 95.
All right. Yeah, they just put it on just because you were.
They did. Oh, they must have been listening to us. Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you. Mark didn't really want to do math.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That was a good ball by Trevor there. That'll feel good after a couple misses. Always nice to throw that good good shot and get a good result.
We've got the towel on the TV there.
Yeah, that was Chris.
Okay, so we decided.
there you go.
So Panorama. So the Mad Hatters don't have the team totals adding in strikes and adding in marks. So we'll keep that in mind as we're going along. But at least we do have a team total to sort of go
for
by.
completed frames. There it is.
Nice double for Bradford.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing solid today.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh, that looked like it could have been aces too.
Yeah.
Boy, that Kelsey, she doesn't take much time, eh?
No, she doesn't. It's good to see. Maybe an opportunity though to keep her slow, but yeah, I mean, as long as she's executing and she's performing, then you can't criticize anybody's style if they're having success.
Nice thing about this format, you don't have to worry about lane courtesy. You just go.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
It is nice.
It is. Yeah.
I think bowlers sometimes we get in a bad habit that maybe we punch a head pin or we leave in some sticks. We'll get up to get that second ball or third ball and get up and go at it quicker.
Yeah.
But we've got to remember in this format that every pin counts. So quick is fine if you execute, but not if you're missing pins and losing it. Then it's easy to pick out those mistakes.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is start leaving a bunch of pins on the lane because at the end it's going to come to haunt you. Either to help your anchor bowler only need a 30 count instead of have to throw the double or whatever. So you're conscious of that all the time, is to just get every stick all the time.
Yeah.
There's a chop off spare by the young fella, Alan Byrne.
He looks like he's having a blast out there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
My new idol. I like it.
Alan's a tour member, or was a tour member. I don't know about this year. I can't remember offhand, but he's been a tour member and he's been coming out to the tournaments, some of them.
Yeah.
Tough on Mike. Mike's been such a good bowler. Obviously, a little bit on the beak and didn't have a great last one, but he's a good shooter. He'll get it going.
Yeah, Mike's a guy that can run a 4 or 5 bagger, no problem.
Again, he's got nice tempo, right? He's not overly quick. He doesn't have a high backswing. He looks like he's got a very easily repeatable style, right? Straight back, straight through. I mean, not much can go wrong with that.
Yeah.
And then David, freewheeling, when it's going, right?
Yeah.
Good spare there.
Didn't count it there for him.
Didn't count it. Yeah.
Cubica.
Yeah. Quick to change.
It's a common error with the Cubica system.
We got, Chris has got the double going. This would be nice if Derek could get this double just to kind of, for the team up front there, give him something to look at, but that's unfortunate. He won't be happy with that.
Yeah, because Mad Hatters are down a little bit early here. They're down about 100.
Yeah. Yeah, they only have, virtually one mark counting right now, other than this, he's counting this strike here, but not sure these 3-pin spares in these conditions are the easiest.
No.
I think the only thing worse than that is a chop off.
I would agree. It's funny, at the start of the year, I picked every single chop off, and then now I cherry the 3-pin every one now.
Yeah.
It just goes in cycles.
It just hurts so much because you can throw 2 really good balls and you literally have an open frame, right?
Yeah, 13 or a 15.
Yeah.
The hard part of the cherry is when you feel like you're on the side and it blows it, just misses it by, millimeters. It's like, what? It's different if it's straight on, but it sort of plows it and then off to the side. What?
Yeah. That's why we need cameras down there.
Yeah.
We would probably complain less.
Or more.
Or more, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
What are the chances it'd be by a millimeter, right?
Yeah.
Like Trevor'd like to get this pair after, he's three misses and 4.
Yeah, and he'll have the lead.
Yeah.
Oh, little quick there, it looked like. We got a couple people. There were a few people struggling here.
Yeah. Well, good thing they're bowling each other. It makes for a nice close match.
Yeah. Just harder on the coach manager.
Yeah.
But no panic from either one of them, I wouldn't say. I mean, you got to let them play. I mean, Trevor let him play. He's in a match. He's not. He's up. Don't be looking to make a sub there yet.
Well, he's got a tough spot. He's got Trevor with a close match, and then he's got Mike at the bottom.
Yeah.
Even though he's hitting. So, that's...
There's a strike for Michelle. She needed that against Chris. So see if Chris can keep him going.
Michelle's always on the middle, too.
Ball there.
Thick one. You can hear that crack.
Yeah. Good count there. All right, JC.
Looks like Mad Hatters, they've got some energy too with the ladies. They like to cheer and like to get things going. And
yeah,
that's fair there. I like their chemistry. They have good team chemistry. It seems like to me.
Yeah.
This is good. Okay, Kelsey up there, taking a little bit more time right now. That's good. Oh, nice ball there.
Yeah, you're right. That 2 seconds that you took was sort of settled in.
It's almost enough time to take a deep breath.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I think David was a little surprised again with that corner pin.
We're just keeping him black.
Yeah, as long as you're sparing him. I don't mind getting him as long as I spare him. It's when I throw a good ball and then miss it that it frustrates me.
So for anybody watching this second match and that wasn't watching the first match, just a quick little rule summary here. We have 5-player teams playing. Top player plays each individual match is worth 1 point. So Trevor is playing Troy, Chris is playing Michelle, Kelsey, JC, and so forth. Each individual match worth 1 point. Then the team total at the end of the day is also worth 3 points. So a total of 8 points up for grabs for these two matches, for these two teams. And, if you out of your match individually, you want to fight for every point possible because that team total is so important to get those 3 points at the end of the day.
Well, Alan with his first little blemish in a while.
His first senior moment.
Yeah. And a good frame there by the Mad Hatters.
Yeah.
If you go to 5pinuniverse.ca, the team standings are updated now too. Yeah, so whoever wins this match here will jump up into 4th place in the division.
And top 4 make the playoffs?
3.
Top 3.
Okay. Oh, you're using like the page, so 2 plays 3, and the winner of that plays 1?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In each division, and then the 2 divisions the 2 winners from there will play off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was talk about top 4 and doing like 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, like curling.
Yeah.
But I think they went with 3 this year. Next year, who knows? We might have more teams.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think I really want to expand and get bigger and add a bunch of teams. This how we're going to schedule it is going to be a challenge, but we got to figure out how to make it work. So I think if we get more teams, this is something pretty cool. I'm really enjoying all this. So
I'd really be surprised if you don't get more teams because I think the people, definitely the people that are enjoying it are enjoying it. But I think you're getting lots of people talking about it and saying, "Hey, why don't we just do that?" Right?
Yeah, there's going to be. We already have interest already. So
yeah, I mean, good exposure for players that want to have this opportunity that wouldn't otherwise have this opportunity.
Yeah, or just to get your feet wet and try it out, right? Like, do I want to play the Open or do I want to do the cash tournaments? This is a good way to test it out without having to go anywhere.
Yeah, I think we've definitely seen that there's been success, from this, and there's lots of interest out there for sure. What that expansion numbers look like, not 100% sure. I think that's something to be worked on in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
But with that, expansion also means increased franchise fees. We've learned a few things and know that there's a certain cost to things and time and everything that there's cost, right? And there's obviously prize money and sponsor dollars. It's just to put it all together. So there'll definitely be increased franchise fees. Again, what that number is, not 100% sure, but it'll definitely increase, and the number of expansion teams. So if anybody's interested, obviously that's watching, send messages into the 5-Pin universe. We'll answer any questions. There's no commitment at any point right now. It's all just conversation. We've got to get through this year first, until we get to next year. The commissioner's job will be a big one next year if there's more teams, because we want to also have set weekends. Perhaps there's 2 match days going on at the same time. There's just a whole lot more going on with more building, but we're on the right track. Absolutely.
Yeah. I see the Mad Hatters have made their switch, so they bought Larissa in for Troy.
Yeah.
So
a couple big momentum shift there. A couple doubles by the Mad Hatters, and then a couple headpins by the Eclipse.
Yeah, absolutely. And see how Alan responds to his last frame. He gets back on track right away.
Just off.
Just off, yeah.
So you got to think with Hatters, they got about 90, 105. So they're definitely at 438.
Yeah, so it's
pretty
real
close
now, and with having the 2 doubles, and if Derek can throw that 3rd double, good spare by Alan. I'll get him back on track, feel better.
Yeah, this is big here for Derek to keep that team momentum.
And then Mike threw a great shot for a strike last frame, so see if he can throw that double as well.
Yeah, 3 doubles. Yeah. There you go.
A good change there from management then to bring in Larissa. Probably a couple of them thinking, are we going to make a sub? We're going to make a sub. And yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And, good time to make it.
Yeah. Nice response by Mike.
Yeah, needed that.
Yeah. So 533 obviously looks a lot more intimidating than a 333, but a couple of doubles could happen, change up.
So that's 135 at minimum. So that's 468.
Yeah.
Well, we'll run our little commercial break, everybody, and we'll be back at it and see if we can keep things going.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you. Okay, and back to the action we go.
Yep, here we go.
Second
well, let's see if the Eclipse can do the same thing they did last match with 6-7 being good, solid frames for them.
I always enjoy the 6th frame for see how people do after the break.
Yeah. Well, they've looked at the scorecard. They've, had a chance to kind of regroup, and we'll see.
And tough for Trevor. He's
Yeah.
had the spare. Would have been great for his momentum.
Oh.
To build. Larissa strike.
Yeah. This might be Trevor's last ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Michelle on a double. She's throwing a nice easy shot, and it seems to be carrying the corners.
Looks good. Oh. One or the other for her.
That would have been big to get her back in that match with Bradford.
Is this a tough spot for Bailey, being the coach and the puller and
and playing last game?
Yeah.
And faltering himself a little bit.
I mean, he's still in it, so I don't know. It's a tough call.
Yeah. There just isn't anywhere else that at this point makes sense. Based on the fact that Mike threw the double, and I mean, look how he's hitting. You got four out of 6 misses for Trevor. So
push Kelsey.
That could be my determining factor too
you definitely have to
on a pull or not.
Yeah, you definitely have to look at that. There's no question. If you've got 2 guys that are, 2 people that aren't, one hitting and one not hitting, I generally will lean towards the getting rid of the one that wasn't hitting.
Yeah.
Especially if they look comfortable. And Mike looks comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's your anchor bowler, so he's there for a reason.
Yeah.
That, you know that there's a likelihood that you're going to have to come down to make a shot at the end of the day, and you're the guy that you're going with. So you probably have a little bit more leeway with an anchor bowler than you do somebody else in the lineup.
Yeah.
David was posed there. Ooh.
Absolutely. You can see the frustration, because he's probably, with the amount of spin he has on the ball, turn and everything, I'm sure he's surprised that he's getting that many corners.
I would probably say that they're in a bit tougher house too, though.
It is, yeah.
Overall, Panorama, yeah. I don't believe new bases in Pano. I don't think there are bases.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of time, and most centers will be going to those bases.
And of course, as we talk about Mike hitting so much and being on the middle, that he goes in.
Exactly.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. He chops it off.
If you chop off, both of them there were on a double, so now that match tightens up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, Derek's taking the lead there. Yeah, that was an opportunity there. If he could have got something on the side, he could have, made up all that ground. And that's a good spare.
Yeah, it was a big spare there.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 marks for the Mad Hatters, so that's to
back up to the top for Trevor to go.
Marks. So again, key being here is can Chris and Alan throw doubles?
Oh yeah, there you go, Trevor.
Yeah,
and Larissa, good job, leadoffs.
Yeah,
Larissa coming off the bench.
Like I would have.
Double for Larissa coming in off the bench.
All right, Chris. He's been pretty steady all day.
Yeah, good one there, JC. Yeah, this is sort of that crunch time. Now you're getting into 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's bear down. Let's make sure that we execute.
Another 3-pin here, so let's see if you can.
Through the hole.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Comes back with a strike.
You can hear the energy and you can feel it there with those ladies at the top there in Panorama. Mad Hatters. Good job, team.
That's better there.
Yeah.
Just that quick release.
Yeah. When it's on, it's great. And I mean, again, there you go. Yeah, So it looks like the Mad Hatters are doing what the Eclipse did last game.
Yeah, the 6-7.
The 6-7, yeah.
It looked like he's getting better results when it's thick, a little bit thicker. David, that is.
Yeah, which is frustrating, right? I mean, you want your pocket shots to be your strike shots, not corners.
Yeah, because you're playing with fire.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see if Derek can keep the team going. 5 strikes in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, it stayed up too. Well, this slows down Kelsey a little bit.
Yeah, and tangle. See if that works to her benefit. She's been pretty steady this game.
Yeah, good for her. Good
Some
for
good
the
hits
team.
there. Yeah.
Good. Good.
That one's pretty close.
Yeah. Now Allen here to see if he can get back on that. Keep hitting the side of the head pin again like he was that first match. He likes it.
Oh, he did like it. It just
Yeah.
left the corner.
It's such a fickle game when you're going good and it's easy. It's no problem. And then all of a sudden you just have to have 1 or 2 little hiccups. And then all of a sudden you seem to be, questioning yourself just that little bit. And it makes such a difference.
Yeah, confidence is a big thing.
Yeah.
Team total, Prentice probably say that the Mad Hatters might have the edge now with all those strikes building.
Yeah, 45 plus 40, 90, 105. So 740. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, we got 4 strikes and a double coming home. If they can have, 3 doubles out of the 4 into the next frame, then I think that's a good solid response to 2 good frames.
That's a big shot there from Mike too.
Yeah, big shot there. The anchor looked real smooth on that confident shot for sure.
Yeah. Now they've got 3 strikes going into 8. So if they can get 2 doubles out of those 3 that are strikes, again, going into 9, that can be very pivotal.
Oh,
tapped.
Well, both of them were tight.
Yeah.
Keep getting the marks. I want to see this one go down to 10.
Yeah, it's fair here for.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he got it. Yeah, he got it.
Used it all. Oh, and then
Whoa.
carries it. No, looks like you got your wish there, Mark.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, that's a tight match there.
Yeah, that one's like dead even.
Yeah.
Chris
All
wants
right.
to get back on track after that, 3-pin last frame.
He typically does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice solid shot there.
From what I've seen, when he has a bad frame like that, he usually comes back and throws a good one.
Yeah.
It's
Obviously,
funny, like
Moses-
starting to do this enough, you kind of pick up some tendencies from some people.
Yeah. Well, and obviously he knows his game well enough as to whatever caused him to have that, bad frame. He's aware of what he needs to do to correct it.
Yeah. Big double from Michelle again.
Yeah.
That one's tight. We're getting there.
You see that, contrast in styles, the way Chris throws and the way Michelle throws. And here, pretty even match where, Michelle goes up there nice and slow and rolls it. And, Chris is up there and gives her that little extra shot. And here it is, an even match.
I like that about
There you go.
bowling.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no set style that is gonna work. There's lots of styles that work.
There's a basic set of principles, but after that, it doesn't matter how you do it.
That's exactly it. Yeah. I mean, you want to have a style that's repeatable if you can, as much as possible. But hey, anybody on any given day is certainly capable. Oh, he liked that one.
He did.
Oh, he pointed and everything.
Oh.
That
right,
was
we got
better than
some-
the last frame.
We got some close matches all across the board.
Yeah. Big spare here. Yeah.
Yeah,
very
both
nice,
of them.
Alan.
Big one here for David.
Yeah.
Within
Now he
7.
needs to respond.
Oh, just on the
Punch.
too thick.
There we go. That was a huge double by Kelsey. So they're taking advantage of the marks that they had. They're capitalizing on them.
Yeah, it's flip-flopping.
Yeah. And we saw that in the last match. I mean, it looked like one frame, one team would just kind of looks like they're in control. And then, the very next frame, it's the other team that seems to be in control. We've seen that so many times in this game.
Yeah.
How quickly it can turn.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's some total loss there.
Ooh, 12 count.
So is that any easier a spare?
Yeah. Yes.
I always say it's the easiest spare in the game, but
well, I know Brad Glynn. I don't know if he's watching, but I know Brad Glynn would disagree with you. He's told me on several occasions that this is the toughest spare in bowling, he thinks. I like it because he can hit it right on, just like Derek did.
Yeah, you can cherry it all you want.
I prefer the right 3-pin over the left 3-pin too, but
yeah,
you're getting picky.
Do you like a right corner as well, preferably? Yeah, me too.
I just higher.
Yeah, with a backup, I prefer the right side too.
But
overthrow by the rest of there.
JB Rainsberger did those stats for TPC.
Yeah.
And I actually picked my left better than I picked my right. So
oh wow.
Yeah.
Sometimes stats are a good thing when we're lying to ourselves.
Yeah.
Or we don't actually know. 100%.
I thought that looked like it was going to be on the side for Larissa.
Or you tend to, you think, okay, I'm struggling with that one, so I'm going to concentrate a little harder on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Good spare there by
Trevor.
That was big for Trevor. It gives him the lead now.
All right, Larissa. That was good. Good cleanup.
That one's tight.
So it's going to come down to these two doubles again. Here we go in 9. Can Michelle throw the triple and can Kelsey?
Big double there for Chris.
Michelle needs it now.
Answer back with the double.
It's close.
Get out.
So that's she's been strikes or head pins here. 4 head pins in the game so far and 5 strikes.
Yeah. Yeah, you look back at that game and you think, I played really good, but you're not going to score.
Yeah.
Well, on this head pin there for Kelsey now.
Yeah, on the double.
Keeps that match really close with JC.
Big pins here.
Well, it's all coming down to the 10th for everybody.
Matt Hatters are going to have to get some marks in the bottom half there, bottom 3.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be going into 9 with no marks counting. Or going into 10, with no marks counting.
Yeah, Okanagan's got a double in the spare already.
Yeah.
There
she goes. That was a good roll on it too, JC.
That's a good team strike right there.
Yeah.
Help your last 2 bowlers.
Because the top 2 are at a bit of a disadvantage, so she just took the lead in that one.
Alan, there you go. Not a boy.
Steady. Oh, David. Okay. So Alan's got a good little lead there in that match.
Yeah. Dave's got to have this spare, and then he might need a little help.
Yeah, the marks are crucial now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, good spare. Oh, great ball, Mike.
Good
Mike
job,
needed
Mike.
that to give him a chance to win the match.
Yeah.
And he loads up going into 10, right? So both of them got a few strikes going into 10. You needed that for sure. Just to be able to get that 90 count.
Yeah.
It's just that having that anchor bowler have a mark, in my mind, it just gives everybody that little peace of mind a little bit.
Yeah.
They're not as worried because they know that their anchor guy's got that mark and they're going to be there for them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a good psychological thing.
Yeah. Okay, now Derek needs to cover this to keep them within about 40 pins of total here, I think.
but they also don't count their totals, their points. So there's another 60 pins there sitting for the Mad Hatters that aren't on the board.
Yeah. Just the potential with the mark too.
Yeah, that was big spare for sure.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Going into 10th frame.
Yeah.
Larissa
Yeah,
up
it's
first.
920 to 988, 976. Yeah, it's close. Ooh.
Yeah.
Trevor.
So max
right here.
202 there for Larissa.
Yeah. Big count shot here for Trevor.
Yeah, you need something.
A little quick.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a corner there.
His feet got quick, didn't they? He sort of pushed himself to the side. Off
And then
balance a
she
bit.
punches.
So that's 182. She's got a max 187.
He's got 190.
190. Needs to pin him off.
He needs two of them on this ball. Yeah.
Got two, so 185.
Oh.
Yeah, and 184 there. So we got this
That
one's
was
over.
enough.
Yeah.
Stay behind the line.
Yeah, just drop the ball there.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, he cleaned up his headwind for the win.
Yeah, there you go.
Push it over. Got him.
Oh,
Michelle got him. Well, and you know what? Good on Trevor for hanging in there. You know, a point is a point. And Bailey for leaving him in and letting him play the whole match.
Yeah. Well, and he played a lot better from the second half, right? He missed 4 out of 5, and then he hit every time on the back half. So
yeah.
Big shot for team total here for Chris.
Yeah.
This is huge.
Oh, he liked it.
Oh, and he got the slider too. He got the slider.
The slider.
Yeah.
The turkey.
Finn.
And Michelle,
That was
unfortunately,
huge
got
for both.
her other thing that she gets.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Let me end up, a 220 game, and she played really well to get only 220. She deserved more than 220 with that match.
A couple good games for Bradford today.
Yeah, we'll look to talk to Bradford afterwards. He got the job done. A couple of whoopsies moments in both matches, but overall, good day for Chris for sure.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, Jace, you got ripped there.
Yeah, I
210,
can.
you're 225. So we need a mark. We need a mark from Kelsey.
Yeah.
And she got it. Good job.
You could tell she was not quite sure if she was gonna if it was there or not, but just something hit it on the side in one of the next 2 balls, and
There's David with a good shot.
Okay. 225. So basically, aim at the 3-pin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just need a mark.
Yeah.
Or need a pin.
Yeah.
Well, she got it. 230.
Yeah. That's what I advised. Aim for that 3-pin.
So that's tough there because, of course, Alan has a strike in 9.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a max 230 something there. Alan just, again, the counter.
Yeah.
If he banged out, he forced him to mark, too.
And on the side.
Ooh,
Split, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that might
still
have been
enough.
a big.
Still enough.
There's Okanagan squeaking out all the close ones here.
Yeah, and in that first match, they lost the 3 close ones.
Yeah.
It's you go through a whole tournament and you see that so many times where you just seem to go down a roll and win all the close ones, and then the next day you come up and you seem to lose all the close ones. So basically, Derek just needs a solid 10th frame here and 244, 201. So
get the point.
Yeah, needs a hit on the side.
Mm-hmm.
The big count will make quite a difference.
I mean, here's where you just go up, throw a strike, get the point, and not stress about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Or
Mike,
your opponent picks a 3-pin. There you go.
There's a
I
strike.
mean, that's
yeah.
pretty good for Okanagan to get a couple W's with Mike not playing his best.
Right.
Team total is out, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're another 30 pins. Well, you're 45 pins, so you're 10-35. So you're just going to be out. 11-35.
Oh, that's close. Right?
Yeah. Just with the uncounted strikes, it's going to come down to being really close. Well, each match was so close.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Chris and Michelle, but
Yeah, I guess we did have a 4-4 possibility.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna the total's gonna come down to 8, potentially 8 pins, and I mean those ones hurt so much because you think, man, you can find 8 pins so many spots.
Totally.
With
Wow. Yeah, 4-4 would have been weird.
Yeah.
well, look at that. It's going to come down to literally 8 pins, right?
Yeah. Yeah, with the strike, that's
So yeah, 18 pins total.
18.
Yeah. So 7-1
wow.
for Okanagan.
There you go.
So game plan, for Okanagan certainly comes through. Come get 2 wins, them up into the standings, pushes them well up into there. Now they're fighting for a playoff spot for sure.
Yeah, they'd be 17 points, so they'll be 3.5 back of the Marvel with 1 game in hand.
Yeah. Well, we'll look to get Chris Bradford and Derek Lewicki, if they're able to come on for the post-game interviews as we get things loaded up. It would be good to chat with them. So, Bailey, if you can hear me, we'd love to talk to Chris Bradford too, please.
I mean, even if the Hatters come out and win this next game, they're right in there too.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull in our crew here. Now we'll go like this. We'll go like me in there. Johnstone's in there. Gig's in there. Carrie's probably quicker than I am in the background. Thanks for that, Carrie. Let's also bring in Bailey and Michelle, who are with cameras. And just Bailey, Michelle, if you've got teammates nearby, we'd look to see if Chris Bradford's nearby, and Michelle, if Derek Lewicki's nearby, we'd like to chat with him too. So,
Okay, Derek Lewicki went out to smoke.
oh, he did. That's fine. We'll chat with you then, Michelle. Obviously, start off with you. Not the way you wanted to come out. Had a little bit of opportunity to the end of the day. Your team total 18 points. Lots of close matches. What do you take away from that game?
We were on the middle. We were looking good as a team. Yeah, I would like to finish stronger than we are. We left a lot of opens in that last half of the game. So I think that made a big difference to us because the games were so close. So just a stronger finish. Yeah. That's what I'd like to see.
And I mean, the good thing is you can get right back at it, and you can play another match. You'll learn quickly. It was close. It was there. Obviously, it wasn't really sharp, but you're still you were in a match, and that's a good thing to be in the match, right? Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Bradford, good work. 2 wins there. 290, 283. Congrats on a couple of wins, couple of oopsies moments, but overall, got to be happy with your play today.
Good bowling.
Oh, thank you. It's really hard to hear because they're bowling right now.
Yeah. Just give us your thoughts. Yeah, give us your thoughts then, Chris, if you can hear us on your day today. Obviously, 2 wins is great. A couple of whoopsies moments, but overall, good stuff.
Thoughts on how you bowled?
I can't hear.
Okay.
Can we move into that room?
Give your thoughts on how you bowled.
I bowled. I felt much better this week. I got into a house and worked on some stuff this week, so it felt a lot better, a lot more comfortable than it did last time for sure.
Yeah,
as a team, we bowled good. Like we fought through and kept going, tight matches.
Yeah.
Jokingly, we want to ask about what happened on your 3-pin through the hole.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear that.
Went on Someone said it happens to the best of us.
But overall
Not the
for
first time, maybe the
Okanagan,
last.
overall for Okanagan, 2 wins. That's a big day for you guys. Team has to be happy with the way that the results are today, right?
I'm going to say they're happy.
Yeah, well, let's say they're happy. Yeah. Are you happy? Good job.
Good match.
Yeah, we're gonna kick you guys out because we can't hear you a whole lot anymore, anyways either, and you can't hear us, Okanagan. But good job on your day today. Best of luck going forward.
Thanks, guys.
And Michelle, we'll just take a quick little break. Obviously, not the way you wanted that game to go, but you do have time to regroup. We'll finish off with a commercial here, and then we'll get you back in ready for the next game.
Perfect.
All right.
Sounds good.
At Cargill, we have numerous brands and varieties of canola seed to meet any producer's needs. We look forward to helping you create a plan for your 2022 crop. Please contact your local crop input sales rep for any of your canola seed needs. Thank you and enjoy the bowling.
All right, gentlemen, here we are. Third match of the day. Getting
Have some breakfast.
Yeah, have some breakfast. You're entitled. All good. So here we go, setting up third match of the day. The Mad Hatters versus the Dream Crushers. We'll be honest, the Dream Crushers are probably the top of the league, talk of the town. Probably eyeing up a high single. They don't probably like the fact that the Bombers have a new single to set, so they might be gunning for something like that. So I believe the Mad Hatters might be in tough here at this. So quick thoughts here before we get going on this game, guys.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, you look at their lineup, and I mean, it's so strong from top to bottom. Lots of seasoned experience and just solid play and playing in a good center. So I don't suspect to see anything different, but we've been in this game long enough that anything can happen.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, Dream Crusher's the favorite here, but it's bowling. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Victor has been leading off that team very well. He's been very solid in the leadoff spot, and we'll see how it goes.
It should be interesting to see what the Mad Hatters do with their lineup, if they make any changes there or not.
They were super close that last game, and secretly, I'm sure there's lots of people watching that might be okay with the Dream Crushers not winning a game. So we're sort of probably cheering for the Mad Hatters here, aren't we? Everybody all aboard the Mad Hatters train. Let's go. Let's bring in our managers. So we've got Michelle, and we've got Danny Clapp in the mix. How we doing, crew? Michelle, everybody's good. You went and had the smoke break. Everybody's, maybe have a shot of tequila.
Right?
Find an
Bars
extra,
open.
yeah, find an extra 20 pins out there. Looking at this match, what's our initial thoughts? Yeah,
there he is.
No, we're going in. We're new game, and we're very positive about it. We were all on the middle for the most part, so it's just small adjustments from there.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, like I said, it's anything can happen, and Mark's saying anything can happen. We're cheering for Mad Hatters. You can assure that. I think the Dream Crushers definitely know that we're not cheering for them. So that's the friendly banter that there is. They know that.
Excellent.
Isn't that right, Danny? I'm sure that your team knows that the commentators aren't exactly rooting for you. They want you to see you play well, but we're probably okay with the loss. But how's the team doing there, Danny? Everything's good. You got a couple of players not there today. How are things looking?
Yeah, we have a couple of people not available, so we're just going with the 5 people, and hopefully everybody stays hot.
Yeah, all warmed up and good to go. I mean, are we looking at any that high single? 1570, is that sort of a thought in the mind, or guys, what's the mentality and game plan for the team?
I don't know if they're ever looking at the big games. It's just more about throwing tons of marks and putting the pressure on the other teams for sure.
So what's your lineup going to be?
Lineup is Victor, Dexter, Caitlin, Carrie, and Adam, and nobody on the bench.
Yeah, so no Tim and no Katie today.
Yeah,
and nobody in the bench, so they know they're good to go, and you got quality shooters, so you're good there. And Michelle, same lineup, or what are you doing? No, okay.
We're going to change it up. We're going to go JC, Larissa, Michelle, David, Derek, with Troy on the bench.
Okay, cool. That's different.
Yeah, so same thing. Troy can come in any position because you've already got 3 ladies in there, and you got 2 guys, so he can come in anywhere you want. Well, good. Here we are, third match of the day. Let's make it a good one. Good luck to both of you, and we'll chat afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
All right, give her. We'll go like this. We'll get it all done. We're up and going. Team is rolling. Yeah, I mean, got to be tough a little bit. Greg and Mark thinking, Mad Hatters just lost to 7-1. Obviously, they want to come put on a good show. And like we said, anything can happen. They're certainly got a team that can do that. But they're in tough against the Dream Crushers.
Yeah, interesting. And Dream Crushers looks like they're playing on lane 16 again on the end lane.
Yeah, they like that end lane. They've played there a few times on that end lane. They have the TV right up on the side watching them.
Yeah.
We're noticing scores aren't, or the scoreboard's a little bit fuzzy. That we've noticed that even before in our games at Sherwood Bowl for some reason. Hopefully they've got team total set up. I'm sure they do with Dexter on site and playing. But
I actually have a solution for that, Daryl.
Yeah.
You have the camera on the monitor, the down low monitor, not on the up monitor.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's right there. You can just have a camera right on that.
Yeah, sure. As long as it doesn't affect where we're standing and what we're doing. But
yeah, with that other device, I think I can make it work.
Yeah. So here's JC with the chop off. Hey, Greg.
Yeah, there you go. Oh no, someone's gonna get a spare sooner or later. You got Victor, who's 4 for 4 with his wins, averaging 300 in the first 4 matches. So, I mean, can you get a better leadoff bowler than that? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's had a couple 340s, a 300 and a 250.
348, a 358, 260. So yeah, that's exactly what you're going to want from your leadoff bowler. And he didn't get a chop off, so that's good.
Whoa.
Great ball. Great job by Larissa there. I think that medicine hat, like you said, I think it is a tough. I've seen some really good hits that haven't resulted in strikes for that team.
Mm-hmm.
Dexter solid as just freewheeling, get up there, throw the ball, get a strike.
See if Michelle keeps it going. Yeah.
Yeah, Dexter's one of the quicker players out there, right? He's sort of one of those ones that can probably grab that second ball quick and go and do it.
Yeah.
Better than most.
Yeah.
Better than most.
That was a nice, solid shot by Caitlin there too.
He shot David there too.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go. Strikes are rolling, both teams.
Yeah.
Strikes are going.
Keep it going.
And we'll slow things down a little bit with Weber going. But again, every method of bowling is different, and he takes his time, but execution is there.
Yeah.
So you can't blame a guy for taking a bit of time.
Well, exactly. With all comes down to results, what it takes to get the results you need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 4 marks for the Dream Crushers.
Yeah. Of course, the guy.
Thanks. We've got a comment section in there. We'll add this. Thanks, Aaron. Daryl's eyes looking much better than Wednesday. Thanks. It's getting there.
Good start, Derek. All right.
Yeah, clip and climb incident.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It was quite the video we saw.
Yeah.
I just saw that video today. I didn't realize you had one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jade's face.
I still just wonder, why didn't I have my hands out? I mean, obviously it was behind me. It would have been hard, but I was just holding on to that rope for dear life.
Yeah.
JC's getting jacked.
Yes, let's go, Mad Hatter. Let's go.
Yeah, I didn't think it would take Victor long.
Yeah.
I knew he was hitting the middle this time.
Yeah. All right, Larissa. No. Bad.
She's one that's on the middle a lot too.
Yeah.
And these are competitors. They're playing in all the tournaments. Larissa and Michelle and JC. They're traveling and playing the Masters and playing the Opens and playing some cash tournaments. Just going to continue to get better and better.
Yeah.
Build on that powerhouse of down south. I mean, we've seen the likes of Diane Violini and Penny Noble and whatnot that have been so strong down there that this just keeps building to that.
Yeah.
The legend
absolutely.
of the Southern ladies, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They were a dynasty for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle.
Yeah.
This Caitlin's been really solid too. She bowls on Thursday nights coming out of Northern Ontario, playing in some Masters before, but definitely a good fit for this team and can chuck that ball. Good fit for that team.
Is she in school? Is that what brought her to Edmonton?
You know what? I'm not sure exactly what the behind the scenes details are. I don't know.
Caitlin, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know actually. Not
just
not entirely sure.
Yeah, just curious. I mean, that's a big move, but just curious because she's fairly young, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, good question. Maybe we'll find that out.
Yeah.
Anybody know some back history on why Caitlin's here in Sherwood Park? That'd be great for work, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Luke.
Oh, I thought Michelle had the spare there. No.
Yeah. The one miss, I think. First miss. Gary with a head pin. No chance for David here to maybe get a bit of a lead right off the bat.
Push.
Whoa.
Oh, he got the one. He got one.
Just about had aces.
He is pretty, again, he's with his style and everything, he does hit the middle a lot.
Yeah. I think Mark said it a couple of times, is the rotation that he has on the ball is huge, right? Being able to push and plant there is just be able to
Double
to
for
flip
Weber.
And Weber's so solid. We've seen him time and time again. Would just get on a roll and just, throw bombs. You can see it going too.
Yeah.
It's splattering those pins.
It's it's a matter of just for most males anyway, it's a matter of just avoiding those head pins. I mean, it's just so devastating. You can go on a roll, you can be throwing well, and all of a sudden, for whatever reason, you just end up punching a lot of head pins, and then it just it's so devastating to the scores, and and just your feeling in your game. And I mean, I know for myself, there's lots of times I've thought I've thrown the ball really well and got a head pin, and it's like, okay, now what do I got to do?
And that's just a line that maybe the ball just tracked on. It's not necessarily anything that you did,
right?
With any fingers or missing your spot or any of that stuff. I mean, there's obviously something, but it's just the line. But there's lots of times that you throw the ball really well. It just happens to be, it just tracks right there.
Yeah. And when you're throwing the ball well, your chances of getting head pin are less because you're able to, get the chops and that out of those thicker hits.
Push it
when
off.
you're not throwing it well, it seems like every hit when you throw it iffy, it's you end up with a head pin. So
head pin for JC.
Yeah.
Victor bomb.
Victor back. Yeah. See Dexter right up there, ready to go already.
Dex sometimes takes time off the lane, getting the ball and doing his thing, or resetting it sometimes. But his actual approach is really fast.
So he's doing all his pre-shot routine prior to getting on the lane, where lots of people do it once they get on the lane.
That's right. So as soon as he gets there, he just stops and goes. But he does, do his thing before.
Right.
Yeah, and regardless of what your thing is, it's just keeping it consistent and doing the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No.
All right. Let's see if Larissa can get this easiest spare in the game.
Stay there.
Oh. Okay, Brad Glenn was right.
Yeah, that's right. This time.
Yeah. Three bombs for Caitlin.
That's pocket shot. Yeah, good shot.
He doesn't appear to be at all fazed by just throwing 3 great shots in a row.
No, I don't know her that well, but she's usually pretty even keel from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good to see. And obviously that's what works for her, right? She's been doing this long enough that she knows that she wants to just kind of keep those emotions intact. And
shell punches again.
Darn, saw a couple of them. We like the optimism, Aaron, but I think the 360 is not happening this one. We can still get close, maybe, but not that high.
Well, nothing an ironbagger can't fix.
It's interesting. Adam, I think, had played Masters last weekend, and of course, he bowls Sunday nights, and we know Adam's love for the league bowling. I think Sunday night last week, 4 games, he might have been 8 1/4, 800, right? So it was just sort of, you never know any given night. It's just maybe it wasn't there for him.
Yeah,
his team didn't have a good night, but when it comes to a tournament like this or something like this, it's sort of a different story, I think, for Adam.
Yeah. But it does go to show. Obviously, for him to have a score like that in a night, it obviously was a lot of head pins.
Yeah,
that would probably cause that because he's not going to miss the middle a lot, and
there's a lot of head pins and splits and sort of just brickies almost, right? Like it just
Yeah, and like we said, when you're throwing well, you can, even if you can break half of those up into getting chops and that type of stuff, it makes such a difference. And if you're flat all along, it seems like every even hits on the side you're going to punch for some reason.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, maybe this little delay is good for the Mad Hatters here.
I think they've got to go and kick that 2-pin down, right? Or was it a full chop off?
It was a full chop off. He reset the 2-pin.
He had to put it back up.
Yeah.
Question from our comment section: is there a mandate in Alberta while bowling now? Not while on the lane approach. It's personal choice, but there is recommended that you wear a mask until you're on the approach. So once you get off the approach, then you're recommended to be putting your mask on. But there are some players that are playing with mask full time. It's just sort of easier rather than taking it on and off and on and off. They're just choosing to play with it on, and just sort of some of the safety concerns and health regulations, they're just sort of choosing to keep it on at all times.
Cool. Another head pin there for Mad Hatters. They're all over it.
Yeah. Not the start that they were looking for against the start that they're up against, for sure.
Yeah.
But it can turn pretty quick. So a couple good frames, you get three doubles going again, and it can I can make up a lot of ground in a hurry. You just need to try and keep it close, just in case they do get that.
Yeah, you got to keep it close against the Dream Crushers and put pressure on them. You're not going to be in a dogfight for an 1100 or a 1200. It's going to be, it's going to be a 1300. You got to expect.
Oh, another one.
See if Victor can. All right. Better that than the first frame.
Yeah.
JC's going to need to get some wood here and then give herself a chance to get back in this match.
She's on the middle, which is what Michelle said earlier. I mean, they're on the middle, and that's a good thing. But you need to be on the side of the middle, putting down strikes. Strikes and spares are rather important. There's a good one from Dex.
Yeah,
it's interesting. Dex too is one that changes his bowling balls quite often. He'll use the small little house blue ones. He'll switch to his cyclones. He'll hard rolls. I mean, he changes the balls more than most would, anyways, for sure.
Just a little thin there for Caitlin.
Him and Carrie, I would say, would change their bowling balls quite often.
Yeah, and I'm the opposite. I hardly ever change. I'll adjust on the lanes well before I ever change the bowling
I find
ball.
it's hard. I find it's hard in the hand. Whether you're throwing a 5-inch or a 3 7/8 or whatever the size of the bowling ball might be, that it messes with you a little bit. But years of training and practice of being comfortable with multiple different bowling balls is obviously comes into play. But yeah, I'm similar, Greg. I don't like to change mid shift or mid time. If I have to, I have to, but only one of them. I'm not going to be playing with 3 or 4 different bowling balls.
Right.
I think for me, it's more just figuring out what works. This year I found a ball that works, but typically it's a ball that works. Once I find that ball that works, it should be good for the weekend kind of thing or whatever.
Well, and you'd like to think that it is, but I mean, I don't certainly dismiss the idea of using a different ball, because it could react differently on the lanes. And I guess until you know what to expect with what ball, how do you know, right, without trying it?
Yeah.
I think we're finding that people are changing a lot more frequently now, or understanding the bowling balls and the differences that they make and the technology where it's coming and the lanes. I mean, it's conversations we've been having here in the last couple of years that people are adjusting. They're not sticking with the same thing that they've always done, because then they're getting the same result. Isn't that the definition of insanity? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That you have to make adjustments. You have to know the differences. You got to play around a little bit to know what might work on different lane conditions or different lines.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think these younger, players now are more willing to do that. And I mean, if just putting a different ball in your hand gives you a different amount of confidence, then why wouldn't you?
Yeah, and that's why practice is so important, to go and practice and go and play different shots, play different scenarios, so you have an understanding of what it might work. League, if it's a fun league, it might be a time to make adjustments, but certainly not necessarily in a match play league or mid-tournament. But mid-tournament sometimes is when you need to make a change. So you got to know what that change is before you can do it. You can't just start, fresh in a tournament. Oh, I'm going to make a change. Well, have you ever tried that before? No.
There's JC back at it. And making the proper change too, not just grabbing a ball, and grabbing a certain ball for a reason of why you're grabbing that ball. What is it going to do? I think we are a little more educated that way now.
Yeah.
Too.
The mind game, I think, has come a lot, at least from my standpoint, of thinking about it a lot more, and the difference is a little bit more. You don't want to get to the point where you're totally in your head and thinking about every little detail, but at the same time, you got to be educated about what changes and what's happening out there and how the lane conditions might be, are, whether oiled or what's happening. We've talked about acrylic, we've talked about wood lanes. It's there's a lot of variables going on in the game of bowling.
Well, I found it interesting that I've heard a lot of these tournament players playing on these events and that have gone to the 5-inch ball because the houses with the small bases, it actually sets up a little higher. So by going to 5-inch, they have a tendency to hit the middle of the band rather than hitting on the
underside of it.
I've made that change recently to a 5-inch Cyclone, and it's a heavier ball, it's a harder ball, and that's exactly what it's doing. Gig is that it's pushing it lower instead of flaring the pins higher, and it blew my mind, honestly. The first couple of times I was doing it, I was like, this is what's happening. I shot a 900 for 3, and I was like, this is what's happening, and the difference was just it was huge, because that's exactly what's happening, is pushing it lower and keeping them all spread apart.
You find you're able to keep the same ball speed up?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I find it's funny because the weight difference, whether it's the 0.2 ounces that we're dealing with, I find myself dropping it more. I've always infamously been a bit more of a dropper anyways, but now it's like I got to force myself to get it out there and think about that to get it out there a bit more.
See, that's...
Yeah,
I know,
but the 5-inch has definitely made a difference for sure.
Yeah.
For me personally, it's more of I was watching what balls have been reacting better on synthetic lanes. So it's like the star lines, a lot of people have been using them, reacting well. I can't use star lines, so I went to like a hard ball, like a urethane ball.
Yeah.
And that was, for me, I just got a lot better pin reaction. And I used to be all soft rolls, but I switched into the more urethane, the harder ball this last year. And I'm getting way better pin action than I was. So just observing and seeing what kind of ball is working for other people and maybe giving it a try.
Yeah. Well, I know we have fifth frame here. We can talk about after, but this looked like that was a key frame for the Mad Hatters there with 4 marks, and we got a double going. So
I think we just saw Troy come in there. Did we?
We did.
Yeah. Okay. So Troy's in for Derek in fifth spot.
In the anchor spot. So I mean,
they don't have those marks added in, so you're an extra 90 pins ish.
Yeah.
So they're clawing back a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and 2 opens to start up top for the.
Get a little tip of the cap on that one, Weber. So yeah, they're clawing back a little bit, but looks like Dream Crushers have a bit of an edge to start this match. Frame 5.
150 maybe.
Yeah, we'll do a commercial break, team, and we'll be back in a couple minutes. Stick with us.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Okay, back at her, out to the action. Daryl Bradley, Mark Johnstone, Greg Gigliak here with you, hosting 5-Pin Universe 5PL League. Dream Crushers versus Mad Hatters, second half. Let's see if anybody can start a run.
I think this is a pivotal frame for the Mad Hatters right here if they want to get back in this match after that last frame.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
Especially with those building on something, right? Strikes there. So see if Larissa and David and Michelle can build on it.
Throws the spare there. She's within 20 pins of Victor. So
man, they're all having some fancy footwork. Over there.
Victor's a little fast on his feet there, bud.
Yeah.
Weber did the same thing.
Yeah.
I always say if the arm's going in the right direction, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just stay behind the line.
And good spare there though for JC. Yeah. Punch for
This
Dex.
is
3 punches out of him.
He flipped it a little bit.
She likes it.
There you go, Larissa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Turkey.
Yeah, we haven't had any ham bones or 6-packs or
only one ham bone last.
What's the 5-bagger again?
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee. We must see a Yahtzee here.
Getting back to that, changing the equipment and the balls and that type of stuff.
Ooh.
I know for Bev this year at Heritage, her ball kept jumping the
very common
2 pins. So she went to a heavier ball, and it made all the difference as far as the amount of strikes that she was getting.
Yeah, Jen would have the same thing at Sherwood here, jumping the 2 pin for sure.
It's fairly common with that little bit of a lighter thrown ball that's hopping a bunch for sure.
Soft rolls.
It's just the way the ball is reacting with the bands, I guess, and doesn't affect the harder ball as much, but definitely with hers. And I mean, once the change was amazing, just from when you weren't expecting to ever get a strike to all of a sudden, okay, now if I throw a good ball, I will get a strike type thing.
Man, if that happens once more per game, that's 15 extra points in average, right?
Huge.
Oh yeah.
Oh, slide it all, David. Yeah, he's out of there too. Get out of there. All right, Kerry's missed a couple here. He's missed a few, sort of
3 in a row.
He's really working that left pocket, wanting to hit that so well and just missing by an inch or 2.
Yeah.
Adders are scratching back. Clawing back.
See what this is a good opportunity for Troy to get a set of statement here coming in off the bench.
You wonder if Kerry might want to look to, because he's covered them all, but on the right pocket. Maybe look to shift your line a little bit, Kerry a bit, but we'll see what he does. Like he's a guy who's thinking the game a lot, so he'll know what he needs to do.
Yeah, Troy was looking at coming in right there and throwing a good shot and helping the team out. So he won't be happy with that.
No,
he pulled a Bradford there.
Oh, string pull
even, Weber. Wow,
that was a good shot though.
Yeah,
probably didn't have to deserve to need the string pull. It was so good, but
all right, Troy, you have to regroup and just run some strikes, bud.
Yeah.
So you got 4 marks.
Yeah.
See if we can build on them.
Then 2 doubles. So there you go, David and Larissa. If they can, keep throwing another double on those, adds up in a hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a good one for her.
I'm sure everybody watching knows this by now, but just for a recap here of how this format works, there's 5 players playing 5 players. Each individual match is worth 1 point. So you've got Victor playing JC, you've got Dexter playing Larissa, so forth. Each individual match worth 1. Team total is worth 3 points. So regardless of if you being out of your match, you want to work to get every pin possible, because that team total 3 bonus points is so vitally important for a total of 8 points for the team. Similar to the open format that's played here in Canada, obviously.
Larissa was looked like she threw a good ball. It just happened to be right on the head pin. So unfortunate.
That would have been the call for the ham bone.
Takes a big lead.
Yeah. But she's hit the middle every time. She's throws such a good ball, good execution, good follow through.
Yeah, great style. Seems nice, steady on her feet, right? Just
Yeah.
a matter of executing and getting to the right spot. That's a
Whoa,
miss.
He sure yanked that over.
Yeah.
We probably didn't want to hear what he would have said under that mask anyway.
Yeah. Oh, could have got a kick back there.
And Michelle continuing with her trends. Strikes and headpins.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, if you're going to get headpins, you want to get them together.
Yeah.
2 or 3 in a row.
And then be done with them, right?
That's exactly it. Get your marks together and get your headpins together.
And Caitlin here has been solid all day.
Yeah.
Gets the push. That left pocket's been really working for her well.
Yeah, her throwing a strike there and Michelle punching, like, puts a stranglehold on that one.
Yeah, that's starting to slip away, that one. Top 2 are still in there. This was big for David here with Carey kind of struggling, but it's covering him up. But it's a big one here. Got it. And another miss for Carey.
Carey uncharacteristically missing.
That's 5 misses so far for Carey.
You know, it looks like he knows where he wants to throw it. He's just having trouble letting that first ball go, just letting it go away.
I can relate. I went pre-bowled the other day. I hadn't bowled in a couple weeks. I missed left like 12 times in 3 games.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if Carey pocket shoots, if he's deliberately shooting the left side, which I assume he is based on where the ball's going.
Yeah. I think Carey's very specific on exactly the line that he is, and it's
right.
Yeah, it's not free wheeling at the middle.
Yeah,
it's left pocket right on that perfect, right? But he is. I mean, that's the ball player in him, and then I think he's so accurate that he can do that.
Yeah,
and the ball speed that he does, he can be so accurate. Whereas a lot of players are just really looking for fingers and looking for action and looking on making it happen. But
yeah.
He's pretty dialed in on a spot.
Yeah, he definitely, you know, wants to know exactly what he's doing all the time. And
neither team here with a great frame.
Yeah. I've tried that pocket shooting, and boy, I find it really, really tough. I find I end up starting to just steer the ball rather than just throwing it.
I certainly have a line and a preference that I'd like to be doing, but as far as, you know, being that exact, not really. I mean, I can cross over and have a high margin of a big strike zone if it's crossing over, but it's not. I'm not throwing the ball speed that these guys are throwing, but it's working.
Yeah.
You know, it's you want the fingers and you want the action to be doing the job, but.
Yeah, I think we all have a preference to the pocket we like to hit on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
But I mean, we certainly don't object to when it crosses over.
Oh no! Big miss there.
Yeah.
Dexter looked a little choppy on that one. She just takes the covers of spare there, still in the lead.
Yeah. Good chance for Larissa here to get some separation.
Yeah. Which I think they need. Oh.
2 in a row, you can see like 3/4 of the way down, she's watching it, and then she knows it's solid on the head pin, and she starts to kind of move across, hoping the ball will just move that little bit.
Yeah. So that match tightens up a bit. Obviously, the 30-pin lead, but
yeah,
it's tight there, and that's not a whole lot for Dex to come back on.
And that's it. When you're throwing well, you don't have to be. You have to be just off that head pin a little bit to get some bit of a carry.
Yeah, they just fall.
That's in. Yeah. All right,
Caitlin's
Michelle.
solid.
Set up the team here. Good
Yeah.
one.
All right. Boy, she's steady on the head pin there. Again, she has a nice, easy, repeatable style, right? Just nice, slow, straight back, straight through. You know, she's got a little bit of lift. And
Oh, no.
Oh, missed. That was so
how could
close.
she ever miss, you wonder?
Yeah. Thought I was going to snap. Tough punch there for Kerry. He's going to not be super stoked about that punch.
No.
I know I have that tendency if I miss a bunch of times. Usually the first time when you hit the middle again, it's a head pin because you're just trying to hit the head pin.
Yeah.
In a way. Whoops. All right, David.
All right, David.
Yeah, big opportunity for team total here, David.
And I want to yell ham bone.
Oh, we want to yell ham bone.
Yes, I did.
We need somebody to finish now. I guess Victor has an opportunity, but other than that, we're not seeing any more.
Right.
There he's got control in that match, David.
But he needs all of it for the team total too, doesn't he?
Oh yeah,
to help there.
Yeah.
I mean, teams. It's a little bit tough because Adam's up by 100 too.
Yeah.
Adam's up by 100. Caitlin's
Derek.
up by a bunch.
Yeah.
But
Troy definitely needs the big finish here to.
There you go, Troy.
Yeah, he's got to get some of that total back for sure.
You can get a Yahtzee.
Yeah. I've seen Stranger Things, but they're 150 back.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that a 923 we see up there for
I think
Green
so.
Crushers?
Yeah. Yeah, they need obviously now they need a 910. They pretty much need a lot of hundreds for.
That looked good. Good roll on it.
I mean, you got to think at least 30, at least 60 a person.
Yeah. Yeah, they're probably in that 75 range almost.
Yeah.
Each.
Because you got to think 60 a person is 300. That's only 1188. That's not going to be enough to beat.
Yeah.
All right, Larissa. Ooh, looks like Dex went far right.
A little stumbly there, but
yeah.
I guess so. After 3 hit pins out of 4 frames.
Okay, Larissa got it though.
Yeah.
Keeps it there.
It's still close. Well, she's up on that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still.
Oh, that was a solid ball for Caitlin. She's had a good game here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. Right. Cover the spare. $148. Larissa, yeah. So we're.
Carry.
I mean, everything's leaning towards like a 6-2 right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what my math is telling me.
Yeah.
Maybe 7-1, but.
And maybe, yeah. This is
that one's done. So
Yeah.
1 for sure for the Hatters.
Yeah.
And then match 2. So Larissa and Dex.
But get a strike here, David, for team total. There you go. They're building. I mean, there's 3 strikes there for Dream Crushers, but still.
They're at 1,000 already.
3 strikes, 1 double. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty much gone, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, now they're let's battle and try and get those 2 close matches. And well, I got 1 for sure. And see if
Yeah,
they
get a
can
couple points.
steal that. Yeah, for sure. Any point you take off the other guy.
The top 2 are still in question. Well, the top, I mean, Victor's got a bit of a lead, but if he were to punch or something and then she banged out, she could catch him.
That's right. 150, 220. Yeah, for sure. All right, Troy got spare. 5 marks.
Needed that in the second frame.
Yeah. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. I mean, you really just need to get all them marks together to get those scores to add up to anything. You know?
Yeah, double corner spares running in a row.
Yeah.
Build some momentum. It's so hard when you're shooting, 150s, 160, 170 into the 8th frames, and you're needing your 90 counts to come out with the 250s.
Yeah.
Those are tough sludging games.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to work so hard. And when you do it, it's great.
Oh, she gets that corner to fall, she has a chance.
Well, this is going to bring down Victor's average.
Yeah.
217 is all she got, unless he were to blow it through the middle. But
there you go.
So there's the point there.
Victor will keep his undefeated streak alive.
That was a chance for the 5-3.
Yeah.
That 5-8 right there.
Yeah. We win. Okay, this is the other one that's close.
Yeah, and that 5-8 was on the strike too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go, Larissa.
Yeah.
Good job. So that one's done.
Yeah. Yeah, 203 max for.
Good chance we would have seen a substitution here for Dex or Carey with if there was one in the mix for Cream Crushers.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dex would have been out in 7.
Yeah, well, the number of spares, but also Carey had 5 misses in there.
He was sparing everything.
He
well,
was.
yeah, between one of them two and frame 6, 7, 5 even.
And knowing Coach Danny Clapp, he wouldn't have been worried about making a pull either. He would have done it.
Yeah. I mean, us as bowlers in the league got to expect to buy into the process too. It's going to happen.
Yeah. So if you get pulled, no problem. If you're on the bench, you're not playing, no problem. It's fine. This is I don't need to play.
Everybody We're all part of the bigger thing here. And
if I'm not helping the team on the lane, then I'm helping them by supporting the guy that's coming in to.
And no problem if I'm starting on the bench. Sure, no problem, Coach. When you need me, I'll be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty solid game there by Caitlin.
Yeah, she had a really good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look to bring her in here for this one.
Very steady.
I don't think Carey wants to talk to us.
I leave his mask on. David played a pretty steady game as well, though. He was, lots of hits.
Yeah, he was. He started off well. I mean, the punch in 4, but other than that, pretty clean game for him.
Yeah, exactly. 1 miss and everything else, he was, hit solid. So
I actually started to make this pretty close. We're closer than it was expected.
130, yeah. Well, you look at their 10th frame, they've got 15, 20, 20, 12, 13. So, yeah, they didn't do much in the 10th frame. And that can happen, right? I mean, you can be 70, 80 ahead, and you get a frame like that, and the other team, you get 2 doubles out of them, and next thing you know, it's you can make up a lot of ground.
Yeah.
That's a tough team game for Derek and Troy between the two of them.
Yeah, nobody was really couldn't find it.
Yeah. And Troy was, he kind of struggled that first game, and so obviously he just wasn't sharp today. Not like he can be.
And solid game for Adam, 279. You'll take that.
Yeah, that keeps his 276 average intact.
Nice.
I mean, what your total is about 100 difference less than. Look at the last match.
Yeah. 100 pins.
1099, 1181.
So
82 difference. I mean, even that.
So
yeah.
So that was fortunate for the Dream Crushers that they, because that they won't be happy with that team total wise.
No, I would think that's their lowest one.
Yeah. So good thing that they had. Again, sometimes you got to win those. Have your bad games against the other team's bad games to keep streaks alive.
Yeah, exactly.
And it can go the other way. You can shoot 1,400 and lose too. So you kind of you take the good with the bad at times.
We'll just wait for them to get set up in the background, and we'll bring him in here. But yeah, nonetheless, 6-2 win for Dream Crushers. So still get the points. Mad Hatters, that would have been nice, but no worries, all good. Okay, so let's go like this here, gang. Remove these guys. Add you in there, gents. And we've got David Sisko with us, and then we'll just wait for Caitlin to get set up and Danny in the back. David, tough for a team overall, but you got a couple of points. Tough day. How'd you feel out there in your game? You got lots of spin and rotation on your ball there, man.
Yeah, I was getting a lot of corner pins and whatnot, so that was a little frustrating, but I was overall happy with how I did today.
Yeah. And the team, at the end of the day, you're right there. You're super close. I mean, you're not completely out of the league by any means, but it's a couple of tweaks. You'll be in it when you need to be. But overall, I mean, team's okay with how things went.
Yeah, I think we still feel good out there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a matter of, and then we've got. Let's bring in. There's Caitlin and Danny. Caitlin, good job out there. Obviously, congrats on a win. Had to pull up for Dexter and Carrie letting you down, but
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, nice game.
Question for you now. Obviously, with no other lady sub, how does that weigh into your mentality to start the game? Are you a little bit nervous, or you're like, no, actually, I feel fine because now I know nobody's going and I get to play the whole game. So how does that weigh into your mentality?
Oh, I feel perfectly fine now. Like at the beginning, like the first time that we ever did this, I was extremely nervous. But now that I've got to know everybody here, like I'm perfectly fine to fit in with them.
And not a nervous about not having a sub. Like you didn't have a sub, no worries, I'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I'll be good.
They might want to do something.
Good. And it was a good match. Obviously, winning 6-2 is solid. Danny, we want to know from you, who would have been the sub that you would have made? When would you have made it?
Probably Carey, just because he seems to not be able to hit the middle. Probably like frame 6, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking 6 or 7 there.
Yeah, but it was kind of. It was a toss-up because there was Dexter was punching lots, and Carey just couldn't seem to get the middle. So.
But at the end of the day, team gets a win, 6-2. You'll take it. An 1180. We'll take it and we'll skate and we'll get other. Probably not going to get that too many times, but it is what it is, and you win it, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's all about team total. I mean, the matches are good, but as long as the total is there, that's all we're really worried about.
Yeah, at the end of the day. Well, standings. I'm sure we'll get updated. Dream Crushers still in first place. Mad Hatters, you're moving up the standings, but you still got some work to do to get yourself into the playoff position. Got more games to play. Any final thoughts from you guys, Greg and Mark, to these guys?
Yeah, well, we just watched the Dream Crushers were pretty steady throughout the whole map. You always seem to have 1 or 2 bowlers on doubles and that type of stuff. So you always had something to build on. Unfortunately, the Mad Hatters, it just seemed like they just never really got going, got 2 good frames in a row to get the momentum and, get going, get some score there. I mean, not from lack of hitting, just couldn't, weren't getting the strikes and keeping the marks together.
Yeah, that would be my thoughts too. Mad Hatters punched quite a bit and seemed to stop some of the runs that they started and whatnot. So I think it was just a matter of just hitting a headpin a little bit more than the other team and just not being able to get on that roll.
Yeah. Well, we've got some good chirping that we can do to our 5-pin universe guys in Dexter and Carey. So that's at the end of the day, it's still kind of a win for me to be able to chirp at them later on. So, well, thanks crew for joining us. Best of luck in the season going forward. There's plenty of matches to happen, and we'll see you out there.
Okay, thanks.
We'll preview. Yeah, go Leafs. Go Leafs. Let's preview week 10 here before we wrap up with the final commercial. We'll go like this. We'll go like this.
Okanagan's got 2 more.
Yeah, so Okanagan's back at it, and we get to see Next Gen. I mean, that's they're a big team playing out of Bonnie Doon that we'd like to see some scores. I think last time we saw Ryland Willier that had that big score. So we'll look see, and that's a big match to start off next week. Bonnie Doon versus the Dream Crushers, and then Okanagan versus the Next Gen, and then Okanagan versus Top La Rosa. So some big matches next week to see, guys. What do you guys see there in those matches?
Well, it was good to see Okanagan come through and get a couple of wins after not getting as many points the first time they played 2 matches. So good to see them. And I mean, obviously they'll be more motivated playing back-to-back weeks and after coming off winning twice. Next Gen, I mean, it's, young freewheelers that, just love the game. And I'm sure they want to prove that they have what it takes.
Yeah, and then
go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, as far as the standings go, Okanagan kind of probably sitting.
I can go like this. I've got the updated standings. So here's the updated standings.
Oh, even better.
So
yeah, I was going to say Okanagan's probably sitting in 4th, just outside of a playoff spot. So if they come in with the win, they could leapfrog a couple teams.
Yeah, and they're 4 matches played, right? So they've got a game in hand for sure on Paradise and on Heartland, so they can leapfrog. Yeah, you're exactly. Good call.
Yeah.
And then Next Gen is sitting in 4th in the other division, but they will obviously have less games as well. So they can give their themselves a chance to catch up to the other guys there.
Yeah.
The Holy Rollers and the Bombers.
Nice. Well, a little bit of momentum going with the league. Back at it next week, and then I think we have a break again. But yeah, good stuff today, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll finish it off with a commercial, and we'll call it a day. So thanks for joining us, everybody.
Thanks.
Have a good Sunday, everybody, or a good day, whatever day you're deciding to watch this. So
I'm going to the couch.
Yeah.
We'll be on the baby watch.
Yeah, NFL football day. We'll see what's happening. Yeah, good luck, Mark, and the baby watch that's coming. And maybe this eye will be cleaned up by the next time. And we're all looking as pretty as Greg can. That's the dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks.
At Cargill, we have numerous brands and varieties of canola seed to meet any producer's needs. We look forward to helping you create a plan for your 2022 crop. Please contact your local crop input sales rep for any of your canola seed needs. Thank you and enjoy the bowling.
Bye.